yeah bro ene no ensem no edorso eno edi hu nkomo ede kire wo se urura GPRTU for oma aso ya omedi nkomo se 20% fair no ometimi ede aba ene Tuesday but then nkomo na metete ede free Ministry of Transport any even GPRTU for nankasa kire se omundi sa nkomo no na di pakro no de sa asem ne ba abonten no omunya ente sa asem no intene no mebisa se ufri wajumem anase ufri fie eko adwumem no o transportation fare no yetumu ana se yetumu dia na chese enye ne kwan so ano no because enra enkomo na eba no nyina ne chese Ministry of Transport and GPRTU emko meeting emo munji ntum se 20% no we se omojitum ewo eho no mo entene mema kwan na wafre na ne mampanyi akasa na onsoso no wetimi akire wadwen ewo ho no mo sanso na enra LGBTQ+ bill no enra of Kojo Marfo tina se odi ho nkomo se na no ada parliament etimi apase no enra speaker of parliament honorable Backben edi nkomo kakra dia fa o say nanka opese otu kwan no odi ekireja se nka omundi nkomo no nkodu consideration stage dem mu no wanka se nkomo mpase no kra pass no mo pass ye no se bi ono as speaker of parliament ono krampo no no wanwa kakra nti se speaker kasa wo ho de na chese bill no ho nsensem no ho nso ensem wo ha no ebi de ho nkomo kama pa ede ama sanso so na ye kirema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama also di nkomo kakra ede afa bill no ho no so nkomo na wo di se bill no de abade na emum no nyema kakra bi wo ma ono behwe na ometimi asesa ewo mu kakra because ono no so mo de ba ji so de call Council of Elders wo na omuso ehwe mansana ono so etimi asensa wodi hu nkomo bebre na no ewo ho no ye de hu nkomo no ebetimi abrew ewo aha no enra metna ase ka kire se wo hwe NPA fo dwumedi omudi a na no ada no be ka kire se ye wo oil reserve a wo ho no ma kire se ba se ntokokre ekoso amonade no se ba se niema ekoso ho no ma enya de se yen Ghana no ye ho be kwa ho ye hiem sa nkomo no dodo na wa ha ebetimi edi abrew na so no wetimi nya odie edi efrem se na meka ade acho no efia twumu aka ekire edi African proverb no bebrew na so no wetimi nya odie edi efrem ebo exactly 7 a.m. ebe cross your carpet ni yakwa sports na kakra because enrada and a Black Stars Carlos Queiroz etimi edi the 26-man squad to the World Cup etimi edi buy Alexander Jiku ye no edi nefrem Abrante Derek Lacazette and eba bisi Alexander Jiku anan ewo Black Stars World Cup squad nim na ehonsem no sports for the bar ometimi edi abroad so and then no picture of the day bakacho say this month no yenye question of the day neighbor mu ye picture of the day enti edi info ni beto so now so no wetimi actually di pakro no nipa ban ene sebin se ne din esitie now so no wetimi enya odie edi efrem se emre duzu so a the newspaper review no ebetimi edi abroad now so no wetimi nya odie efrem oni mampanyi metimi akasa se won so be se wo hye wadwen a wetimi afa ye fache WhatsApp line so anase onso betimi afre ebra dwumedie no ekoso no ye bie phone lines ni tuma betimi afre na no ye di nkomo kama ewo so bedin e de kofi from pom na efia twumu aka ekire e na di dwumedie no ene anope na quickly young glassing through na yemfa the African proverb no entimi enfam bro ene anope na African proverb says that wisdom is like fire, people take it from others. Wisdom is like fire and people take it from others. If you are, good morning.
Yo, ebusia anope ye se nyansa etese oja nipa sua efri afoforo enchen. Nyansa tese oja nipa sua efri afoforo enchen. Na ye pese ye kire se de obi ekuta ja fane se bi a kennel na waso na ebia nipa ba miensa na asa nan so ekura candle na wo mo pesa wo mo so a wotimi ede candle enan enum no so ne de mu ema won mo so ja ne so wa bra ono ne candle no eja ne tuntwa no saa na nyansa etie afoforo etimi sua nyansa efiri ebinum so nchen ema nyansa no ensa anase eso ente nyansa ya de a yesua efiri yawofo enchen awofo bi ede emofra eba ewiase a won na wonim de ne wonyansa so tete akwada no ema ni nyini etumi beye panimpa saa nso na yesua nyansa ne bi free ya kyerɛkyerɛfo ho se sukuufo ana se suafo teacher ni ebetimi a impacting knowledge ama ni student ewa bra teacher no ne knowledge no ensa biseta ho eye natural thing abodie mu ade bi a nyankopon ede ache okyerɛkyerɛni no enti ebra ogusu impact ede ama students no na ono nso nim de ne nyansa no emu etre saa na etimi fa bi nso efiri ye namfonom enchen enu nti ena wisi so a no wafa yonkopa no ye namfonom bebre ewo nyansa ne nimdie bi a ebia ye nibie nti abre bia ye de ye ho bebo wo no mo no yetimi sua ne ma baako mienu bi efiri won mo nchen na ye de aka ye de ho na aboa yen enti nyansa eya ade a ugusu a wo che ede ma afoforo no na wo de enyini ekọ nanim oja enya ade a eto etimi etwa just like that enti obi so ja na obi so epesa wo so ne de a wotimi ebowra nipa kro ho na okofa bi ebe so ne de wo abra eja no ensa no yensua said ye yenso ye be impart ye knowledge anyankopon de acha ye no ama afoforo said ye be ya wo mo so ebenya abrabo musuahunu abrabo munim de na won mo ede ebekọ wanim ewon dada asetena mu yankopon de ade bi echaw se ye nimde se ye nyansa se ye bibi soronko a ya entsena so na emmoa no enhye enka de ne nhye ana wonko anya pesaminkuminya enya selfish na mfa de no ensie sa wonko a eya bie wonsam tene wonsam na kyerɛ afoforo yankopɔn ama onyansa ani nimdie a adwuma mu ebia wodi gina camera achi na wo chinchim no a wonnua bi pese wo sua adan na sasa wo kame no because whilst uguso na wo kyerɛ nipa no ebia wo focus camera no a wo be ya white balance say na wo be ya no a wo betimi abia ni say na wo pesa wo fa long shot a wo be ya no no na wonso nim die ni nyansa no emu etre enti enkame wonu bi nyansa enkame wonu bi wonim die kakra wanya onko amfa nhye wo ho na nidi ho na onko didi a onko wugya wonan ti anopa ye ba ya ye kakra wa ide ye afutuo ama ye nyina ye ho ene se oja se edere a matches mpo se wo pa wutimi de so kan na bedu wo de so na de aso ansana matches no wahi enti se ye wo bibia na obi pebi afri enchen a yemfiri ye pemu na yemfa mo nipa no na ye boa no na yenso ye de ayewo no emu etre anopai de owaso twere ne se wontie ye honhom no e ka kire asafo ya mensha
so a nimdie no odi obi asabi onim nyansa echi pa so nso nyansa anopai en kan fa nche omo hwe no boa odi obi e woni nyansa echi pa so enkyere
onye na adwene se wo besua bibia
die no obetapi ebi die free the pakro no odi nechi no o mini boys bebre asa bi penifo omu ni omnam no hu panyin na tim say oh panyin we dey say bi o wani munyam odi so but instead of I mean omo mudi nechi to tap in the movement, tap in the wisdom, the knowledge, you know. Obudi nechi say bi kwase asem nko a minim penibo mimbo ni din enkrofo mudi nechi nyina no say bi omo dia ye
examples nyina
more examples enkrofo mudi nechi dia ye ahoho a sesa de ka no oh me de penibo we na omo ho
oh asemasi minim no ade say da bia menenam enso de woni pani mu no onye na adwene so obesia bia frim
na no ada panyin no otowa na di nyinsen bre ne say asumesi say nua pa no wabenye me ba so wabenye me ba de we say definitely we na
nti wonye
boys ne dey service am microphone who did to the stairs of call ba krampo na or the penimu ni di na kopo ba and on say say any man was catch and then Gen Z
oh na onim say minua ne Kojo Marfo de oye Daybreak wo fache no minua no aha nteja na oba no so ade
he ne so do fa ho ebo edi we ka sem yana me yesa nya me am cho
wow asemi wow jama ho de asane na
ni omo hwe mu fi we ka say no and abrante on one yesa ade but young country disease for the say odi penimu nama e wo say bi utitia anamwachi na usua de edi free ne nchen I mean enye say bi a di pakro no oye bibi na wo say usua edi nkrampo ne nkomodie se ne osi kasa se ne osi kura no ho se ne a osi efa no ho e wo se bi bedwam mpo no wo say esunsua ne ma bebre because ne no ye nkoda na ye ba no maka ekiri pa e wo say ekiri na sa ne ma no etimi because now quickly if you are in Komo kakra na yen shas yen free daily guide, that's the newspaper review yen shas here yen free daily guide, but then before say call newspaper no picture of the day yen fanto so na yen he ni pakro no na he se dia ositie aha ti nipa na da so no the picture of the day or a big man point of view onim no we on kind on
me huni yesa
me makli no mo hwem no be huni pakro
na otwi de
we de omo anko no mo nko hwe sa papa yo da so yi me nka djuma o yen kama no
ya pa
manui me bi etwe mo di djuma de bi pa de mama amanyoko bi
sa
oh yes na odi ankasa ti yerhe na muntimi emfa ne di ne brand bacho se unim na wetima call on Facebook na wakwa ko comment e we post na se fanidim ko afa bra wetimi so akyere the dwuma oye ene senior ositie wetima tro no nyina de account to call Fache TV on Facebook ya posti e wo hono wetima call na wako akọ comment e wo hono may read obia messages e de ama no ene anope etim pacho bomode na call na picture of the day no na ko comment na fa nipadin and pakoni di ne ebrayen na yemfa indi juma kama e wa hanom emfa mo na quickly yen shase na yen shase glancing through our newspapers ene yensa etimi aka e wa hanom. Let me start with the Daily Guide newspaper, and if I'm starting the Daily Guide newspaper, it captures a lot of stories on its front page, and also it starts with the Mahama hints at returning gay bill to Parliament, and also tension in NDC over flag bearer race. Government to establish largest gold refinery. That's Sami Jenfi on that statement. And also, a contact mines reported illegal miners. That is the ex-minister on that statement. And also, 31 amendments have weakened anti-LGBTQ bill plus. That's a minority over this particular statement. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper.
Daily Guide obokrata no ne de free nkomodie no ase anopɛ na wo hwɛ ni mu amampani John Dramani Mahama ni mfoni eda benkum so sa na mani a Daily Guide bo de afa mampani Mahama ho ene sɛ wo kyerɛ mu a anti-gay bill ya ena no fi adam ra hye bedwafo so o maye ho adwuma wie no nti won ma paase na akasa beko akoto mampani apono so no ono so de ne nsa ahwa ase no mampani mahama akodi nkomo bi ewo UK abrochimemu ene wo kire se wono won pass bill free ada no woni Ghana ha na wode na sototo fom tietie nsem free fie no ne wate ne se sa bill na won ma pass ye no nkomodie bebre aba ho nchi no ahye wo ho adwenkyere no enye de ahyeda SCP esita won mo sisinto ene emfonsuo binom apiepie ewo sa bill num enti waye mampani ompentam mfa ne nsa enkohye krata no ase na kine bi eho asema ba be ye bebre enti de obeye ene se ebia obesan ama bill no akomrahye bedwam na sinto errors ade ya apiepie free mu nyina no won ma hwe na waye ne yie ansa na ebedru na pono so a wode ne nsa ahyase enti eno ho amane na daily guide abo afei wo hwe animu ha biemu a won monyamfo kwabena okyereda ko mensa wono nso ne mfoni eda ha na waye dansini ede ama akonta mining ewo wuntumi akonta mining versus the state illegal mining eho ensem ya egusu okoto a won mo edie no na danse a wokodi ye bie no wo kyerɛ sɛ ebre bi a won mo hunu sani pa bonefo binmu a wo mo fa bone kwan so etuf magudie na wasensa asetam ne nsuwansuwa abo ewra samra boy chama wuntumi concession no mu no akonta mining anka na no antuma amu nani enguso obebo ho amane ema mpanimfo ehunu de ekọ ene de eba bia enti na danse a wakodie ewo akonta mining sensem no ho eno no afei daily guide ebo amane se wobowra NDC amanyoko no mu a emoya hye tension esi ho ni nyina fa flag bearership race ya ebobo ba nipa a wobegina mampani mahama anamu na wahye ne mpaboa atoa NDC amanyoko no wonmo amamuo eso enti Johnson esi edu nketia a wono ena eye dwamtere ni ma amanyoko no mfoni dem chief of staff Yera Julius Debra wono nso ne mfoni nie ena Haruna Idrisu oswafo a wo hye enwomasua so wono nso ne mfoni eda ho enti pedeli guide na kenka no page ye page 3 no ebe kyerɛw ensem ya ebobo ba free NDC mo Sami Jamfi eye Ghana Gold Board kwankyerɛ company a wo hye kyerɛ wo say Ghana ebebie gold refinery adwumakuo ya wonomo edi mfidie be hye ho ma wo betumi adadan sika kokko ani bra wo matu awie no won fa sika kokko no in its raw state enkwa ma no ne nkoton bim obedadan ni amahu sika no aye bebre wone National House of Chiefs for ne di nkomo Sami Jamfi abo amane wei na minority for kasafa anti LGBTQ+ bill no ehom omo say a human sexual rights and family values bill minority for asama won monam Reverend Tim Fojo so eka ene say bill no a ankane won mutintim ye o 8th parliament num enema na ewo mu asotwe ahodo a na ewo mu nyema wone a woye ntrumu no wone a obeboa wonom wone obedi wo ho nkomo nyina na emu oduro na emu do na Ghana fo ani je ho nene NDC fo no ahwie nsu agu awo no ma ewo no adailutu emu aye hata amendment a won maye wo munko aye 31 enti ama bill no ayemre animonyam bia ni mu bim ya wo mabo ho amane daily guide.
Now let's continue with the Chronicle newspaper this morning and also start with the Otumfo Beidu Bonsoi the third is the new Ahanta Hene, and also Africa cannot remain a market for others' ambition. That is the KGL boss, Mr. Alex Apodade, on that statement. Also, diamond owners prove capacity of local mining quarries. And also, Edu Boahen wins key legal battle at the courts of appeal. All of these stories on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. The Chronicle, the Bokrata also abo amanye ene anopei na de wade abani bi eyora kwabena edubwa he kane signals bureau penimpa ne nsam ya won muguso awodie no na wada ne ho ekọ court of appeal ede na sembi ekoto won manim eno na Chronicle ebo amanye se
owura no edi saa court of appeals mo de koye no so enkunim na wonmo epe enkrata binom ede afri national security for atena ye ya womode ebe ka womadanse ho na timi abo mo masem mo aye duro nti court of appeal ahye sa attorney general emphasa enkrata no emma kwabena edubu ahe ho amane na the chronicle aboim na owura Alex Apau Dade awoda KGL no no si nipa bebre ewoda yeso won mo tenasia na wanwene niema bi ato wontiri mu se won mo nya kwan a won mo ebeyi sa niema no adi ambitions ahodo ewo enipa bebre mu na de opesa woka ene se ema oman Ghana anase ebibre mu enye edwa so a ase obi anwene ambition no wode ba Africa empanimfo ntintim emra na emu enye duru se de ebeya obi eba Ghana mpo anase Africa no oba abaye bibi obedi emra yene nhyehyɛ so pepepe ya won meye de opabia ewo Africa na wabo amane se otumfo bedu bonsie the third wono ene ahanta hene ya wono mo ayi no sesei daman mine no empanimfo ne adwumawura nom na the chronicle eba amane se wo ma kyerɛ se no kwasem se omai Ghana fagudie atena ye no wode ehye Ghana nwumakuo ensa wo mo betumi aye wo ahoden wo tumi gina wona so ya mpanimfo de sa nwuma no hye wo mo nsa wo betumi etu ne yie na wo mo aye ho mpuntudwuma so ahodo na Ghana etumi afa ne ntuma pa efra anopai the chronicle enso amane enie
na efia ahanta hene edini ebone sen otumfo bedu say edini
Bonsoir.
Okay.
Na what kind of thing?
Say na confuse me kakra. Let's continue with the Ghanaian Times newspaper, and then it captures His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on its front page, and then it says that Ghana open for business, and also President Mahama says that woos UK investors, tout stability and economic recovery. $250 million investment to transform diamond mining operations, and also integrity key to building trust in institutions. That is Dr. Asibe Yeboah on that statement. All of these stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper.
Ghanaian Times, the Wokrata anonso aba no pay mampani Mahama mfoni no na eda ha no na Ghana UK summit ya ekoso no wakokasa wase en wose say Ghana eniyema nyina ekoyie sikasem ne ntotoye bibia deda na kwemu eno nti wo to nsafre investors ye wo wiase afa na nyina se wani eje ho se wodi wusika ebehye Ghana economy num wo bebie adwuma eboa ema omani sikasem ne ntotoye ekoyie na fa ne ntuma pefra nko dia Ghana to nsafre se ebrenu nie akwanya wo ho bra dia mama mpani Mahama eka ne saa ene se Ghana economy no ejina ne naso eniyema nyina deda na kwamu pa sesei economy no or recover every yare na wo yare ebra NDC aban ebeso oman no emu no wa free ICU akodu recovery ward ama niyema ekoyie eno so eda nchen a assign a stabilize ene said na inflation edwane bosumi bia no eniyama bafom inflation atia bafom 3.3 ama ejina ho ache enu nti ogidi se wei eye anamontuo papa aban no atu na wonam so de to nsafre investors se wo momra emfo sika mehye Ghana mum saa na daman my empanimfo se wo mo de $250 million ewura won madwumanum to de kwa akoton fidie ya won mo betumi ede etuf magudie no ebe ma ne manyina akoyie Dr. Marcus Beyeboa eno ono so ekire se bibia wo ye adwuma bia mpanimfo de ahya wonsa no esese wo ma wani monyam ho hia wo kuta wo mudie mu na wo fafiri ne nkekan wo bia emforefore wo hom na etumi aboa na mpanimfo ebu nkonta wo kire se after 2026 first quarter abosome miensa na edikan ewo afimu nkoano enipa ya enam ka nkwanhia road crashes so ewo eye 1009 apem ene nkono adrobafo kum nipa to twene da bia da mirikatente enyimfa ho ya ehun hia ya one more ye nipa 2009 and a road crashes so actually one month and I pay the Ghanaian Times about money.
If you are Ghanaian Times, you didn't come on now. I think this is the time I will say, ye ma Ghana government who say what the local, I mean, business nema ye investors so more crowd and more meeting ye juma. Oh, sika diamond mine, it is share. I mean, mining company name $250 million.
Yeah.
Now, what or the development plan about that mine within the space of 5 years or be developing. Look at the money or the share community name. The same thing. Hit Goldfields also they almost 20 million rand.
Yeah.
$20 million. Share Prestia. Takwa. Omo de share. Enti the na say that for the reference saying. South Africa for company no. Goldfields there no. What's it from them?
Now, Ujina South Africa na so na.
Oh, there be some head here. He Goldfields for ne year. Daughter Kwabnado 4 years. Any day
Ibrahim Mahama
mo year na. I was it from.
Goldfields.
Oh yes, I was it from. Yeah, renew mo lease no government no. NTS yes I say baby aba bedroom local investors no. Omo wo sika. Omo all the equipment to make sure say your mining sector no a bit ma fan into my pay fra into ye more na ye invest wo ho no mo so mo your communities no into me and fan into my pay infra. Let's continue with the daily graphic this morning and also captures His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on its front page, and it says that reset agenda wins investor confidence, and also 215 million euros UK deals signed. And also, African Games contract. Auditor General goes after 580 million Ghana cedis losses. And also, Hit Goldfields unveils $20 million development plan for Bogoso Prestia. And also, government awaits flight permit to evacuate more Ghanaians from South Africa. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Graphic.
Daily Graphic, the Wakrat about time waba anopay na waboma mpeni John Dramani Mahama ehun amanye Ghana UK Summit 2026 no akokasa wase na wase reset agenda ya na binde ba ye no amase sei Ghana niema edide yie pa wo ba o mamu a anka ne se de na wohia bubro de ekum aboakoto etwe ni from anwemu beto anwa pradada so na edokrot memufo no ena anu abrase ahokyere bebre no eni hobiem inflation enwane se de ankane na etie no ena Ghana cedi no so anya ahoden eno nti se economy no nam reset agenda so afa no ntuma pefra de a obia mra woton safre UK investors se wo mra na wodi sa nkomo no nyina wie ye na omotimi asensan ti ase apam UK deal ya esom £215 million ya eye enigisem edema wo my Ghana Auditor General en was say entimi massa brebia ye bedi dwuma wo Ghana na wo mo bewi a wo bebu ho nkonta no na Ghana ahwere sika e ka say tam na wo mabo ede agu wo my nitiri so sa All African Games ya wo mo eye brebia etwa mu no ho nkonta buo ba nansen sika pa ya afa wo my nsase eye 580 million Ghana cedis enkonta no kro mo bubu a ensisi so de de to condom de mo de fa hasene ha ene Auditor General sisika no de omo ma ne hyimu o won beje wonu mo a na All Africa Games ne hya wonsa no he wo pa wonwa ne nkwahya osono to obeti won mo agi sika no nyani abre pa sesa sika no de omo ma ne nkosta akwa ti Auditor General swai kon ya eden ewo mo so Hit Goldfields for ena wo mo nso wade Bogoso Prestia mine share 1 month our money abre eguso a wade $20 million ena ye development plan se wo mo wonfie benum da wo mo animu a obehwe se empuntuo ye sefa to beyi akwan ayasabia suku ahodo mbesisi ni nyina infrastructure development a wo beye e wo Bogoso ni Prestia na ama nkrotu a won motuf magude wo mu no afa ne ntuma pa efra sanso ena aban ebo amane se ogusoa try flight permit and sana Ghana de hia won mu aka no wo ma free South Africa ba na amane a eba ye ne se nipa no wo mu atumirika akọ Ghana High Commissioner of South Africa akọtro wo mu diama wo mu abro so be 1500 t ade no kora no wo ma twentwen so kakra se wo mu ye documentation any screenings ahodo bi ansa na wo masan agye foforo enti se see the evacuation no kra wo ma suspended na so nya se wo mogyae ebere kwa animu no obehwe na wasan ato aso wa abra wo ma ye nkrata no ho adwuma nyina awie anopai daily graphic
if you are all African games in the day me say yamfa nkrofo bi antom okromu a me hontome
ade scan wo de akamu ntia
dem ne se scan me de akam kechi hwesika what the general report hwesika hodo a Ghana elusi
se unse ya de a eka ho se yenya de adwuma hye wo bi nsa na oba be ye oba organize dwabo bi etise ipa na wo mo pekwan bi afaso ama eniema ba ku mienu bi akwahyehyɛ baabi na wo mo so anya wo mo kakrawa
seriously
na wo mo nim se wo mo dia ebeduru bere bi se ho nkontabuo beba
ama nkomo na ekoso no be yete wo man we mu esukufo se bi nkoda etiduase eno osua de ukọ baabi a nsuo aye den dia momo hospitals cramp bi eni obo wadi se de na crossing nsuo e na ba town no cramp no omusani equipment I betimi aboma doctors ne nurses for no ahwesa yarefo wi na no dan be catch so call nkwaji kromo wo abofo kwan no so a yesi hospital nesi wo kakraka enso equipment tools ebinim wheelchair keke nkwa na wo hospital wo nti doctor ne nurse no no te won o hwa kwan be so be fa so be yesi adwum be de sika yesi no e all African games e call so na anu ada sika o man na asɛ no e all African games me de say John Dramani Mahama aka wase committee no enye nhwehwemu obi bia na ho bon wom no o me make sure so be call nsawam me fo ano so dipe bia wo diska ne bia no onko nsawam wo de se me misika na mo ntwan fa ama me a se me misika as a supervisor misika 5k e na mo ntwan fa ama me a enye hwe o mo mu diska ne bia no me fi aba
5k near then 5,000 cedis.
5,000 cedis.
Supervisor.
Supervisor, yeah, call a supervisor.
Now yeah, you my bensa.
Oh, say you supervisor gadgets, you supervisor athlete, you know. Say, I mean, a Koswa, any her timeline, no. Time say was saying a Kosovo, yeah, has any me a
program no more how many months?
Oh, yeah, no a month.
1 month depend on we 5,000.
Say a contract, a sanity. Sanity, it depends on hours, new weeks are quiet.
Mentiment come on to
50
million.
Ubisa supervisors from Koyo Jumani is a canny at the man.
For new hair equipment, keke.
They be saying, say, no, say a Jumano, not your con night, your con night, but day, it be called afternoon. Me say, may not single moment I'm arrested here. Because me baby and I'm a dano, mean to me rested. Because nipa no doso. So what is the case? It's a Canada omodi. It's all African games. Me auditor general report to many aje. Omu hwehwem na obi BODs can be biano onfe enfambra. But if you are into also, let's continue with the Overseer newspaper this morning, and it captures a lot of stories on its front page. Let's start with the story which also captures Chairman Wontumi, and it says that years of political battles make me prepared to lead NPP. That is Chairman Wontumi on that statement. And also, Ghana is working again. President John Dramani Mahama tells Ghanaians in diaspora. And also, new economy framework to shape 2027 budget. That's Hazel Atoforsen, the Minister of Finance, on that statement. And also, SIGA announces TORS returns to profit. After 10 years, post 1.24 billion Ghana cedis profit before tax in 2025. And also, ignore report of 20% fare hike. That's the GPRTU, GRTCC on that statement. Also, Cabinet gives green light for MMDCs to be elected. Amendment to be laid in Parliament before the end of 2026. All of these stories on the front page of the Overseer newspaper.
The Overseer, the Obokrata, non so amania, or the nam and no pay no chairman won't to mean for near Edda na Pampemuho. Na chairman won't to me say. Why am I no and yen and fear bebre and now why am I yourself? Now, or how any consider ya what famu a cordia were dibi papa, ewa man yourself, a banner saswa, not a show day. Na umoye do. When you see a hunu, any name dear who do bebre, ewa man yourself. And to say, see a hunu, when ya na fe niema ahodo a wo fa mu nyina ahye ne den no na ama wanya nisuade hunu sesese de niema nyina deda na kwan mo betimi adi NPP amanyekuo no anim sedwam tenani ya no nti na wo pre national chairmanship position ewo NPP emu na the overseer mane bia wasan abono mampani John Dramani Mahama gusua woguso na okasa ekire ewiase amansan sesese Ghana ekoyie nti wo nyina mra na wonfa osika emewura Ghana economy num na enyini yie sede abaya ni suade hunu etie no na Dr. Kasela Toforsen finance minister ni mfoni eda ho enwo no so se aban ede nhyehyɛ foforo egu akwan mu won mu wo aniema hodo bebre wani suade hunu ya wode beboa ma oman sikasem ene ne ntoto afa ne ntoma pa efra na saa framework economic framework no a wo mo de eba no ye foforo kra no wogidi se ebeboa ama 2027 budget a wo mo de beko Ghana mrahye bejafie na wagina so abo oman no akonhoma no aniema ebe sakra wo mu ensakra ye papa ebeba efrimum afei GPRTU fo ene adroba fo nkabo muku ahodo ye wo my Ghana mu ena wo mo de totemamufo anim se de na aye huhuhu omanfo keka se yese na ye pagya fango asentuade mu eye lorry fare o ha mu nchemu aduo no 20% no enya no krotom enti yete a ye mongu omo GPRTU ene GTRCC fo no womu no obi antena ase enka se omo epagya asentuade lorry fare mu 20%. Sana sigafo ebo amane sem. Se tema oil refinery one masan ejina wona so brane. Ora Edmond Combat awo ye MD Maton na nemfoni da ho a wo shanata de fitaa no. Wo mo si mfie du achi. Se to ebo adwuma papa na afi 2025 no wo mo nyante wo mo to okra nkotua ye no. Na to ebo amane sem. Sika won manya na yemfaso ya eda kire nko ano 1.24 billion Ghana cedis chese se to ejina ne naso cabinet empanimfo a mampanini won mutena sisi gina ye efa oman ne ho adwene na won mo nso akodi nkomo en wo sese die won mo hwa de ne mekeka kro no a esese metropolitan municipal district chief executives MMDCs woto aba eyi wonum eni kwan se aban bia ba wono ena ebepaw DC ya na se MCE fo ede wonmo akọ mensini ni kropo ahodo so mo nkoboa emampuntu enkoso ba bia edro no se wonmo to aba ebeye yie enti wonmo hwe na wode ho krata aso nhyehyɛ akoto mrahye bedwafie na wonmo afrase edi eho dwuma the overseer the overcrata.
And let's continue with the National Enquirer newspaper. And then it also captures President John Dramani Mahama and then the CEO for Cocoa Board, Mr. Randy Abbey, on its front page. And it says that Mahama warns SOE CEOs. And also, government unveils new cocoa financing model. Africa must build its own champions. That is a KGL boss, Mr. Alex Dade, on this statement. Also, NPA intensifies fight against fuel smuggling. And also, Upon Fusu joins Royal Fund Board. And also, Jakpa boosts education in Dafiama Buzia Iza. Also, on the front page. All of these stories on the front page of the National Enquirer.
The National Enquirer, the Bokrata Enquire. One more day, Amania Abba with the Maestro And Afia. Nye Buzia Isani. Yo, ye kwaya ni mono, Mampani John Dramani Mahama. Ena Ebo Koko. Say, state-owned enterprises. Ghana nyuma ni atna ya hodo no mpanimfo adeda no no omunya hwe ye papa. Na say Public Accounts Committee won mujuma obedi bia na say aban atna ye anase nyuma no mpanimfo betena se a won nkontabu basa da bia sika efa obi nsase Auditor General ebo wura ho a enkonta beba no so a ko eno say munya hwe ye sika fa onsase a ye beje se wa ufiri upem na akwose sika ne bade a wo so sanya sa na so be tintin no atena se na sika no aya aban kade a ene mu nyina mo be konsa wa mu o ye de mo be ko timampani Mahama etu SOEs no empanimfo adeda anofo se wo mo nya hwe yie na wonye won toto yie se de be ya wo de sika ma o se fa di dwuma ubetimi ebu hu konta yie na de aye adwuma e de mfaso bebre oman no so owura bi de oponfosu Royal Fund wakwa board members no ehom afei wo se owura Richard Japa na nsen yete ne nkan che papa national security ho wo hye ho ene wo se wono nso so eboa ma ngomasua timi afa ne ntoma pefra e wo da mabusie isa mensini no emu e wo esremu mantem owura dade KGL boss wono nso akasa afa hia se Africa ono ankasa gira ne na so no opa kuku da ma omo nam enwuma so ebeboa ma mpuntu afa ne ntoma pa efra na owura Ndiabe ene da Ghana Cocoa Board ano womo ekiremu a enra sa de finance minister born amane no sesei womo ede nhwehwe foforo eba ya wonam so ebetumi ede abofoto a emu oduo de ama Cocoa Board sa de be ya wodo betuatua won ho aka eno na ama wode owura Ndiabe mfoni abeto ho fi se Cocoa Board asem de wuntumi nka wa bra obeyi Ndiabe afri mum ena NPA National Petroleum Authority womo so pani eduji tamaklo ene na pamfo ena womo so maache wo ho no womo asem womo eka ene sesei omanfo binum fakwati kwan so e de fango eko emiamia ekoton fuel smuggling ekoso enti MPA fo ebeyire womo etamu no ahwe etu saade no so saade National Enquirer amane ya wabo anopena no.
And let me break your day with Daybreak newspaper, and it also captures a lot of stories on its front page, and I start with Africa must build own business champions. Mr. Alex Daddy on that statement. Top post 1.24 billion Ghana cedis profit, and also anti-LGBTQ plus bill far from becoming a law. President John Dramani Mahama on that statement. And also Honorable Backman says that passage of anti-LGBTQ plus bill is surprising. All of these stories on the front page of the Daybreak newspaper.
Daybreak the Obokrat ani break you day e Daybreak dwumadie so. Daybreak break here na sam ya wo ka efa anti-LGBTQ plus ehun sensem ya efi na anu nyina nkomodie no aye bebre we ne de ebo ha na we ne de aso ha na enanu fiada no a na wo mu di sa adwuma no Ghana mrahye bedwafie no said o manfo nim no First Deputy Speaker Ora Bernard Ahiafo ono na tena adwam free say na Right Honorable Speaker Alban Soma na Kingsford Bagbin oni fie ho na baabi a okoye no waba enenra wodi nkomo say oba ya wo beti say wo ma pass bill no eye na hodwiri papa na ho ye eye ne nwanwa na o say na say bill yi me kwanya sa na ne ya kan si o ye na ye kan ne say muni di nkomo no ya wo consideration stage se baabi aduro no ensakraye bi a abamu ne ye afiri mu eye yemfa bi nka ho ana san ne yenye no na omuguso a ehwe na wo makeka ne masie ni afedie okọ kakra bi no obaya wabetisi a pass bi no ase nyesa na ye kan no enti wo ye ntotoye no ahwe se woni afanu no e ofi ho majority any minority wo makandifo behia na won ma hunu se ne obedi nkomo no afa enti wono de bill no waka ho asem na nso paase a wo ma paase no de nhyeda nye ne de ne ho adwiri no na eno abi ena mampani John Dramani Mahama so akodi ho nkomo a wo kire se bill ne be ba ye law no de ebeche papa free se wono kra wo ti UK no watete nsem bebre enti wo beduru na wonya bill ni bi na wakenkan mu a ebia obesan abone bongalat na akomra hyebedwam ho na free ba ye na wo mu NCC esese wo ye wo mu no waye ansana wo mu ahwe wo manim timu obia ntena sesesei na wondrimi se bill no mampani ba ya na hwehwehwehwe na beye law enya maaye Daybreak a breaki na Alex Dade ono so futu ode ma ebibrem enwumaru anom eda ho ena to wo so esika ya wo bu hu nkonta se eno nko ye emfaso de ma wo 1.24 billion ansa na wo ekote wo to no eno so ho amane e wo Daybreak ma wa breaki
Anopay Mame Enka was a Business Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. Omona Ebwan Asonya say amaya de fache Daybreak morning show etimi e de abro no moju medi omudi pa no say de bia medi nkomo abeka cho say wo per company a ometimi aboa na so business a o kra nyema a wo kra e de free abrochiri e de aba oman we mu ana say wo de free oman we mu e de akwa abrochiri e betimi gina pa de a na me kanfo based on Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics etimi e de ama omoju medi no say okra home appliances me bibia okra e de free abrochiri e de bebia no omo se men kancho so metimi e de dwumadi ne kama pa e de ama eti ko omaso ye na eni omo enkodi nkita ho na omo dwumadi no so no edafom ebo ne dafom bibia dafom business na omo ye no nyina no e legit wenye ntwimfemu die ni bi a eba beduru Ghana no na nyema bebre e bata ho da bi enye no bi na omo di ho dwuma e wo business for aso ye omo die no e legit enti eni omo enkodi enkomo na bibia entimi enkoye obetimi ehie omo e wo tema community 2 anase Kotoka International Airport ewo Accra na oba Kumasi hanso so omo wo dechem so na obetimi ehie omo ewo ho no obetimi afro omo ewo 0246760890 0246760890 na the business for no etimi di nkomo kama pa na omo de ama Millennium Construction Company Limited se men kan cho se ene no ope dwumekuo metimi aboa ama odansie no etimi esita na Millennium Construction Company Limited and American for the amount government contractors more magic contract the free government hono American for Millennium Construction Company Limited and famamo now almost also building materials kama parts or call so ya betimi the amount so open blocks open iron rods open cement open sand bibia pebiano the patch of communion for so wate na mombo na bibia entimi nkoli mo government workers no mo pese mo top mo dan no so mo kwa mo hyehyeye e wo honom betimi etua kakra na omo de dan ama na de aka no wotuatwa na kakra na millennium for no etimi ahwe aye bibia e de ama mo abroche boggers no so no e ma mo mfa musika e ma ofafo no e mo entwimu ndi da bi inso ma sa ase no so mo hu se yetutu amanfo wo honom da bi bra millennium for asoye na omo nsa ase asabi manson bia eni ho no omo so intimi enfama na bibia intimi enkoyo omo 15 years in experience and ometimi edi omo dwumadie no as construction company in Ghana it almost men control sebra omo asoye na eni omo endi nkomo kama obetimi hye omo ekuma ase Boshen na Yas Junction anase obetimi afromo e was 0244274084 na onyomo edi nkomo exactly 7 a.m. and it's time for sports medical edi nkomo edi acho say Black Stars call up na ba Luther King e wa hanom or the home komo no e brain we twa me ho aba me ba pe sports e to aso edi ama fee. But then Ghana, you're fortunate to say it me qualify. And rather, Carlos Queiroz, 18 the 26-man squad, 18 aba. In Commona, I say, Alexander Duku, what me pra, a free squad in the match. I say, walk up no, untimi enkobi. Manda answer Honda, I say, Jiku, and it will be the same Mohamed Kudus, or Muntimi and Kagana squad in home, and Fire World Cup. But then, life, sign a bit to me about. And I don't pay Martin Luther King, our Hanum, I don't know, everybody in Como. Now, or the sports, in Moon 7 or 80 me, Ediabro. Luther King, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
But you say we have a call there.
Nyamia dun Kofi, now also.
Oh, Yankopon not doing you cream power Hanum. Now, Enra say, in your 26-man squad.
Oh, yes, squad in Anyaba officially. And 2 goalkeepers, and officially, because somewhere out. Name Jiku in Misipra, and I'm a free squad. So, a mom will make a squad, and I was here the Empire Water, which they will show me all the best.
Now, Brian, who has squad where you have met my competing?
So far, per the technical handlers of the Black Stars, Omoni dear Juana, almost Mofisi where the best at Ghana. So let's support them. Let's support them.
As I was saying, support.
Oh, yes, of course, because they want to know.
Na Basa for Marco this Kedrana.
Are they?
No more turn to the God, and no more. Is a player almost a penny.
I'm saying we'll learn virus or something.
But go.
Mate, me that say, I am big brother Maestro, and I will tell you, because a Daybreak, Juma Dino, what your grandma one Afia, Nessa Kaakyire 6Am, Komotia Premono, a brass to say, I will cancel myself, a program at the Mamma Smart Piazza, a dead in some penny, I want to bed there, ya did brum, ya dear Fissam, a Ben watching a diamond in some of it was so, at the Amamidi, at the Lou Tekin. Executive producer, Bena Sasona Abu Diaby, behind the camera, so a brantia, or but to my camera, oh, Fiamma Piasso, Kama, Junior Munabwa, na in 10 times water, Yen Shasem Fafisam Emamo, the Black Stars of Ghana Pakaya, Ghana were in fracas against Wolves, and a game a Petuka, now head of the game, and penny for a day 28-man squad and a 2-jar. Nana officially woke up on FIFA. I say young China young for 26. And no more qualify for the World Cup. Omo emfa emra. So now say 28 ye pruni na ye imi film never 26. Na 26 Black Star said coach from Portugal. Carlos Queiroz at me and the squad. Young Chokoya or first one name the squad. Near trauma omo make the list. And at the Black Stars of Ghana, the final 26-man squad. ɛna mepacho aba beto a video no ano den amaya hodo bia di videos ba na yeso ye dia na no den otwa 3 goalkeepers Benjamin Asare me number 1 phobia ono ameki the squad Lawrence Atizigi Joseph Anai omo ya 3 goalkeepers ye drop elkono no ukọ defenders Derek Lacazette Abdul Mumin Jonas Ajete Gideon Mensah Baba Rama Alidu Sedu Kojo Pepra Opon Jerome Opoku Marvin Senaya Oko midfielders your Thomas Partey Kwesi Sibo Elisha Owusu Caleb Yurenchi Augustin Boache Oko forwards your Jordan Ayew Nyaki Williams Antoine Semenyo Fatau Ishaku Kamadin Suleiman Prince Adukwabna Ernest Nuama Christopher Bonsuba Brandon Thomas Asante Omo and Ameki squad Carlos Cruz if you saw Omuni Adomo Kwa Babuaye Pa now Blaster squad Carlos Cruz Ekasaye no ma a go through and send a squad way as to for the selection or Yente coach Nichimodemai.
Intensive observations and analysis, conversations, consultations with coaches of the clubs, with everybody around our players, that they could be effective with the information that was necessary to collect.
I know I Carlos Cruz, Black Stars head coach, Ninchemo no. Omaya Juma Piansa, and my rival with the final 26-man squad. What we say way more and a GDA and one so betima Black Stars. I'm a walk up in 9 days. Na Esha se Ghana and the pa Ebeba. Owie the Abusan se Cochito and the Ghana bar against Wolves. Na preparation is say and the city.
Players and coaching staff for this support. So the preparation under the specific circumstances of a modern game, now we're ready to take off and start to fly straight to the World Cup. Tomorrow is just another day that we have to play and try to be the best team on the pitch, try to be the best team playing football, and I know from my experience that when we play the
what's what Jimmy said there? I was said the Ghana team, no Black Stars, the best team on the pitch, on more beautiful football. Now, experience no on the boy Ghana, ama yet to me deliver. Henry Asante Chum, a Ghana Football Association Communications Director, what share the reasons in tier Ghana Airport Wales game week.
An idea of what to expect from England, because Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, they've got similarities, so they give us a fair idea of what to expect from the Three Lions. It also gives him the opportunity to look at players in different positions. One of the things that went into coming up with this squad was seeing players in multifaceted positions, players who can function in different areas, different patterns of play.
And you Henry Asante Chum and Butayeni Dentia Ghana Airport Science Vacancy. Now was Omo head coach, a fan Craig Bellamy, as Wakas ahead of Omni Ghana gamer and a better Ghana.
When we know we have to play friendlies because the £1 million fine is something we can't go anywhere near. You know that rule, yes? So when when people moaned about me playing England, it was like, look, we didn't want to travel, but we can't afford the $1 million not to play a game, so we have to play. I'm not sure that people quite understand that quite yet, but we have to play 2 games. We were late and because we didn't know if we were going to be traveling to a World Cup.
I know I am Summer Wolves coach Craig Bellamy. And so Edia Tuka head of the World Cup and on the now Urama Daniel James as your Wolves player on the ahead of the Black Stars game now.
They've a team that he's done very well. They qualified for the World Cup, which is unbelievable, and I'm sure other teams will be watching. But I think for us tomorrow, it's about how can we showcase what we want to do. I think we obviously know their strengths and what they can do.
And then summer on the two na young Jordan Ayew as kasa afa on tuan semenyo was in the style of play. Na udienten 7 Jordan Ayew ekafa semenyo.
He has had since he's been at Bournemouth. He took it to City, and Ghanaians are proud of him. While we the boys were proud of him. So we just hope that he'll keep on doing it and doing it for Ghana. And as long as he's performing and we're all performing as a team, we're good. We're happy. You understand?
Let's say Jordan Ghana for happy for Semenyo from Bournemouth to Man City. The performance I was seeing the terminal Babwa the Black Stars team. I'm a Biaswa Kama. Now coach Sika Kono and our Facha TV so Abu Diaby and any team come pay. And no any was as a coach to Black Stars. Why you Juma Opeyo? Nana Ghana come walk up. Now coach Carlos Gures day and I'll back at Jafano.
It's unfortunate. Say Abanza. It is not good. He is not lived with the team for even a year. Looking at this from a technical perspective, it's short. But we are not looking at. We're not talking about a normal Kuchalo, and we are talking about an experienced man, a man who has seen it all, a man who has been around and been to the World Cup a couple of times, And so, with his experience, we assume that he will know what to do and have a good team, a team that will start on a very good note.
And no, I am Sama Korsika Kono, so Goma here, or mu coach or do Manchester League, or Jenny Sampa, no so Kafa, a Blasters coach, with Sabeka sporting terms, time at the man, no, a limited is no pen experience, a bit my wapa. Jadi Aya Urama Ghana, your goal of the month so far of May. Na omutima Richmond Opoku Young Apostles. I'm some boy no go now share as to edit draw all blood and a Ghana Premier League and goal of the month for May. A team enya sa basketball there no. Ya de man atwama bia so atimi ayakama eno e de 10 times so ada. Yemram e won crofama man so na yemram wa amonone na yenya adwuma kakra eso emfa emamo eno packet de mam time England national team the 3 Lions departed from Birmingham Airport akopemo Miami America for the World Cup na ya the flight to the bro say team na nya koduro ore England a team na rival ore time plane no air touch down nature sampa the 3 Lions be bia kama Ultra Airport or Miami Airport no let's say team no as when trouble a flight no as so touchdown airland na bia so team kama no edge that's why ya the 3 Lions no flight no and attach it down as some papa way and a place no e wo mu almost so at the airport na bia so kama na benas be ma images no upa say place touch it down so Florida na uramo Miami Florida ho and the 3 Lions busy na flight to say no let's say place so touch it down we come to Rhys James where Thomas to Hurricane any other players almost SC MBA so kama mami Portugal training na Ronaldo 41-year-old Ronaldo so atimia back wa join a Portuguese national team for World Cup preparation exactly 9 days. Let's say to my gen chance here. Na biaso kama na urama Ronaldo misum kumalewa so I don't know on a place and a training and trauma biaso kama na mam Ronaldo boot the part of boot or they come World Cup say the city where Nike latest and part of mercury vapor. Oh my Jadama see Ronaldo and no bones away training na a be action and no dear training and what they prepare World Cup Ronaldo at the program na biaso atimi kama and no ayete eba na me no kasa uram eso our France boy na from William Saliba adesa boy normal enkoye na mo mpanyimfo se omukoye scan omo jide ma pasa no ma ebe kama edi ama Saliba obetimi adwani team no ama bia so etima ye kama eno ede patidi di champs ese Saliba bibia be kama obesi akadam omo mami Argentina omo Jesse omo pressure for the World Cup na 3 games omo be born no group stages no Argentina say anytime omo say omo pressure home just against Algeria. No match home just against Austria. No match home away Jesse against Jordan. And no and that's why yeah the no na and no mami Messi time and all ban arrival for training upon sanana kuntunkuni Mbappe to na smile as so say Messi we bra na e was so ejimwe na video no ba upon sanana and no the football messiah oh bana smile was so place no Gideon was so pe defend walk up from a bia come na no edge down no no boy no panyin no why jimwe time on so we bra or better chance some few days and san back keeper waba mame Dibu Martinez Argentina goalkeeper on so arrival on the Aston Villa Eco Europa League final na sano upakam de betu wanem asa ni kokromotino ho atechima o ne nsane ade fa ho ade ama no bibia eye kama a wodi eye training atwe ama bia so atima ye kama eno edefro eba aye Germany Argentina training na nkasa na enkrofa enjoy kakra eno mu train out mu vibes no aso e wo soro pa abra bibia eye kama eye Argentina omo prepare like no Scaloni Emrante no eno na instruction we be ye aduma Scaloni no manager no or guide wo mo buy trophy be most important to Argentina waje edi amomo na me pacho urama mame Argentina adese omo eso after the training omo na ekono na omo team pass edo omo aircraft training na bia so aye kama chese omo prepare omo first training section omo premo America and omo we mame time omo Aram hotel opose place no if bus Aram eso hotel amabia eso atimi aye kama and we Japan Ramo Brazil and Brazil team no visite CBF and sanomu ebe di party we Brazil team no videos out to opa ni nyina no se enra na team no some ko CBF headquarters or na omu kwadi dwuma pe enra omu twa a group picture omu dom ewra a trophy room na bibia so aye kama na me no ka some room wo CBF headquarters time omu dom room I was CBF the trophy room no na utwa World Cups Brazil je utwa bibia ye kama eno enentita so nema mo no omu ya set this the time omu kwa the 6 World Cup aso de abana na bia so aye kama na omu departure time omu departure no so aye kama omu before air flight no na omu departure na open say the Brazilian place ni ye omu rob our flight no eno na so omu free Rio de Janeiro ekopiem aso awo me pacha America na bia ye kama na omu Aram Casemiro no obema ye Vini Junior ni name na utwanos and that's nice one day omu badjuma omu Aram bibia eye kama na time me pacha omu aso bibia nie na utwa omu ebe board flight no na bena sadema mo no na ma me time omu baptize omu plane no Brazil plane omu beko World Cup baptized we flight in to the plane to now the ensure if both ends pegu plane say the entire Brazil we shit team all the ball Brazil team no flight in su the ensure go so I will show all the best as a Brazil money town much kokon de madeni akon adeni afa where Brazil national team flight now so baptize the flight now Rio de Janeiro airport now that's why my time my flight to take you off and you time every Rio de Janeiro a penante a call Brazil chronom or mining the tramushia I'm on man some part the team not to as so air crawl and no and that's why yeah judge I'm breaking it down na ya touching it down aha de team no omanya amomo ho so Roma omo United States of America amabia eso atima ye kama eno ede da na me pacho urama ensem pinaba na mami images of Brazil omo play no na crofo play inside na urama play no me kwana so pa Brazil play a Boeing 767 just 300 ER na me pacho way way 96 first class seat with VIP service and I'm pacho me the flight num and I'm pacho jam aso ejama no the plane and kasa to so any plane so papa and omuti aircraft akwama bia so atuma kama eno ewonsem aso eno no na ensem pe aso eba na mame anya adwuma ewem so ema ese urama mame emfama se ade se nema ana Anchota Panapaso, Romario so Panapaso, no Virginia Fonseca, Vini Junior and a girlfriend, also at the Empatro statement, Yoba, Nanua Tamaracana, about Brazil Airport against Panama, or Bawe Croye, na supporters in Tina Tem, Runo, Adawane, by the friend Vini Junior Jai. Na eduma na oye video ade akọ ono ani page no mu dina to say we are some part there then why eduma bi oni Vini Junior atwempena mo se oye cheap ada wa 3 wani akoda atwempena mo dina te do pay bia wo so sha say ye no company na nkofo dina time oni bi obeka Vini Junior ba petanachi ase o pa o jide se girl oye giant okra thick skin or tanachimani ntia opia eno edefro eba aye jejam aso ediamam na me no kase mame Mohamed Salah ono so any Egypt so team no training ni team ba so ansemo Salah adwane Egyptian national team the Pharaohs amusu train wo Ohio am a bia so afi eno and that's before obdi kai gym wear eno na that's no ansa no mo kwakwa chese train on the page your passes and I said on close spaces your me bia so etimi ye fine and no the tower ye jejam na Senegal so squad aba fana 26-man squad na nipa mienu a drop it wo no I am a pacho Mustafa Mbao na Kamara nipa mienu drop it wo ma from Anka World Cup squad no and no the eba mam Algeria me pacho OJS Algeria flight na eno so no me pacho bi pay kama tama day Algeria team ekopem on Netherlands when one don back America no friendly game and Netherlands ekokopa na team no so arrival Rotterdam na utwa Algeria team na rival Rotterdam ni kopo friendly game and sarum from akopem aso America na bia so atimi ayekama eno de dawa ye jejama breaking it down na ya touching it down na Roberto Mauricio Pochettino me patcho ono and other national team coaches some green line so bet me I use laptops providing players with tactical instruction. I woke up a water breaker and to try a Pochettino. I dare gamer. Play friendly game against Senegal. Exhibit so at the laptop. A plus instructions. Dominic Zobozilai. The images in the bonus arrival. Our Hungary. National team camp. Abraham Echo prepare for almost a friendly game at Dominic on Friday against Finland. And Dominic Zobozilai. Now, my Spain. Jesse numbers now Ramos Spain Jesse numbers Danny Olmo Jesse number 10 Lamine Jamal Jesse number 19 Nature Sampa and Tasono David Ryan Shawan Jesse number Nessa Roma Nessa Jesse number 10 Beko at the Amadani Omo and no at the Dawa yet the Amam Ewujumadian so na Chopi Alonso Mame and Famamom as Alonso report as a remand for compensation Omunyam Famano Ninan Somo Pamono from aging requests a season Papa na Alonso so man compensation na Somunyam Famano circle no me prayer kama na Jose Mourinho and also me 15 million euros sika Madrid for a petua, aso at the amano, and a piaso come no pay tumano, and we are dear Pamorino, where request or backup right back, or per left back, or per compete with Avaro Carreras, or per dominant center back, and a creative midfielder, na Denzel Dumfries. Na Pedro Porro omunya Real Madrid consider omo as omu petimi to omo ba na bia so etimi ayekama eno ede ba Real Madrid omu Jesse no home Jesse form nyame pa next season ade no aba eno say ne city e eno Real Madrid eno ensema etima Brahim Diaz Ramo Juve Diamete Brahim Diaz Juventus for show interest as some percent almost sign no munya no na omunin ekopa adwuma na bia so eye kama ene Brahim Diaz ne de eno na uroma koto a say wasai akosai at the amane former club say we minority shareholder etima a gang opeka Lamans already or shares for Lamans and they say koto a as a room gang and me patro say two clubs are why investment asu ewom asu eno enu eje ba ye chechamo na eje Victor Osimhen ya me say Barcelona track Victor Osimhen aso me na boy na enya bad omo person bi Osimhen ba na opay adwuma kama asu atima omo na Julian Alvarez ya me say ayetwa Barcelona omo say omo ne boy no awo agreement in principle for 5-year deal as a buy no 120 to 125 million euros. Basa ebetumi de naba no abepa atuma kama aso ate ama omo na bia so atima ye fine eno ede dawa ye jejam ne breaking it down na minim se brenoko mame aya tattoo no United Gebra tattoo me say United fan na no Arsenal defender Gebra Magaes akobo penalty Champions League say no na fan we akwa Gebra tattoo at the ato empatro aya ne sere ho eno ene dawa we ni nantu and wakwesa tattoo ne de ato e se bi bia betuma ye kama eno ede eba ye jejam ajama ye se konate seba ase Florentino Perez eso etimi wini election a ene me patro obesan konate am bia kama eno ede dawo ye nyina so na nsem awodo a anopai ya bobo no ewo a Daybreak Jumade so or Facha TV so amanonin nsem na fi samyem fancy about 3 p.m. ya beba betra say the standard version of Facha Sports eso at the Abremo na bia kama team ni na beba anopai meta binasa say KB eso agina camera na chi junior aboy mi dire de luta game abu diabe eso abo production Yako na big brother Maestro apetena se oni afia na the Daybreak Jumade no as adero pato o birthday ni ene about 3 the best celebrate birthday na ma pato bibia so e comment happy birthday pato na mi ensure bia nya kamera Jumade na si ya crowd
Kojo Marfo entimi ameka yensande entina no metinemu e de ama no mene efia twumu akachi ne wa ha yedi dwumedi ne kama pa ofa we no we dey kan catch you say ye the picture bi beto so na wa hwe picture na kama na watimi provide edin no e de ama the picture of the day no the patch producers afa to so ma biem get just na hu e on okay, we call Facebook, Fache TV on Facebook. Say I didn't the ama omo here in the part to identify this particular picture over there. But then meaning pefe say papa your friend Tony later. Take it the waka. Tony later, I don't know. Yes, Tony later.
Hey, photo video was a song.
What's the sound?
2012 there.
Yes, Tony later. Okay, 2012. Court petitioner, a course of
election petition.
Sorry, election. I mean petition, a course. It was Supreme Court. Tony later was part of the lawyers and NDC for Enyomu Edijuma. Ewo ehonum na ohe the Jubedia Udidima NDC at that time. A manager didn't pay ye on it. This lawyer Philip Addison. Lawyer Philip Addison, didn't pay ye during that time. And MC Free Honono or Iraq Accra until say a taste or then a year home and some. I know we later, right?
And that oh yeah. So the Bampado.
Buy and not just say then we soon call you on the divorce here. But then he is back on track, and this is the current picture of Tony later, lawyer, professional lawyer. No. Tony later do as much as say yes. As no. Udi for crowd with the beam. Ever honum to Tony later picture. Ena that's on Timu more haying. Any baby be a more haying. Eddie Freno. Tony later picture. Ena edasono. Na will be thrown to Facebook. Say I don't know this person. No, I can't cross. Say I don't know this person. Meaning say picture no any. Apaso kakra. But then in common anopana mi ni udi nkomo bi na me cheche mu editorial senior ya Speaker of Parliament onukodi nkomo say at the time na ordinary age deputy speaker no say na ini na adwin say Parliament ebitima pass the LGBTQ+ law no na ono person ke through consideration stage nti omumbo hu a na bia omo identify some clauses bi wo hono ma ono ba ombetimi aya amendment amana yiye but no nim so wetima pass no sa amna koyi nti ono no eye no wanwa kakra say Speaker of Parliament edi san komona then it should tell us say in komona kwa kodru say MC speaker krampone ne nje ho komo fa so e pass I mean law no kwa koda manpanyin John Dramani Mahama enim no but enumu no ena minority for no from the one of pass no musha say edi hu komo say wo hwe amendment majority for ashemu kinamo ma yes an yema no e wo bill no mo de ntwa ye eti san yema no nyina no e wo say yesan so etna assembly so bi e Parliament no mo san bobo ho because kwa mo fa so pass a law no ntwa ye and because of say omo dodo no esuane nti no majority for no apekwan bi so e de bully omo e no ma pass law no e wo Parliament nti wo say omo san so edi san enkomo no e wo horum na no ena yura John Dramani Mahama akodi nkomo unse yura Etienne na echi kakra owamono ne a chese one Ghanaians in diaspora edidi hu nkomo ne ade na enro grant interview na ne nkomo ni mu no ena o kyerem say in fact bill no ya pass the ebede no wate say ho nsensem bebre no e wo hono so kodru na so hwem na say e wo say osan so refer back to Parliament na omusan so edi hu nkomo a e will make sure say san nkomo no ebetimi akoso na okansa asem na pe na a lot of Ghanaians kase there be say NDC and I say Ira John Dramani Mahama edisa nkomo na chese entwa ye because this is not how he promised Ghanaians or promised Ghanaians say whether say bill no emu amendment eyo say enyo obi make sure say ebetimi pass law no e de akọ na bibi etimi akoye but then I'm here to tell you say Ira John Dramani Mahama etimi eje law ni tumnasa osanya Ghana ebetimi lose close to about $3.8 billion annually from some of the investors investing into our country, almost we are part of the LGBTQ plus community. Almost you medino, say more companies there, but then they are in support of that particular act. Almost we invested very well in our country. Ghana for so almost $3.8 billion US. And if say you bet me at the law now to man, say you're John Jomani Mahama bet me sign that law now. I think say you bet me lose say cano annually it is free yankasa your revenue generating as or mine and the boy your home bra or mine mono you bet me lose. But then and I'm a theatre on common bia na Madrino who realize who say to be a politician in Ghana is not easy. To be a politician in Ghana over here, it is not easy. Some Mubekai at the time, they run another Danko Kufado, Eti Akonyaso, from 2020 to 2024. And the LGBT in common sorry pa. It's not Ubia him say at that very moment in time. You run another Danko Kufado, Ebitimi Ajia to know a sign Amana Baba ye Emra. Because you another Danko Kufado say all granting interviews. Edin komo ediatre some of the respected communities in diaspora. Culture say, oh no, baby free no, or respecting the culture, or respecting the tradition, and also respecting your heritage. Quite faso a boy bra as a bibrim hano quite faso boy or respected side culture and very well. And then on ya a bit tia young culture and tradition it will come hanum. Because in African decent home, no, we be no for so say be bema any bema that oba any oba and that say be Sandy man young force will kuma. It is say ekoba say be do name say e say or sign or be sign. Apen yampa e call parliament. Remember kaya aso for nyina call parliament. Imam for call parliament. Omu nyina e for so government no say government no and sign that law no na embeye embra. Eno nam so e mo mutimi e ye in Sheshe, a more passe law no ewo parliament. A could do you run another Danko Kufuad when him. A could do no, and on one lawyer Barbon, Tim Bedin Comose, some Bekaya. Say, law now Babadun and him never say or no sign, never done it in Rano. Obi at the law no ako parliament. So the ako court. Say, Sebi in Fonsobu of where was so much Moka, and Sana, another Danko Kufuado. It's me a sign. Sa law no, Amana Baba. But then, en komo nyina ko ekowie se Yeran Nado wentimi ansan sa law no etu uchire mu a 2024 election abra beto aba no utie campaign message na Yeran John Dramani Mahama anu obabedi akonye bi da from 2012 to 2016 en komo no edichire Ghana for pan say obo de omo so because at that time that's Sam George and leading that entourage in parliament so metimi sign that law because of that obo din komo say say you are John Dramani Mahama power. That's a one signing LGBTQ plus now or no but resigning as a minister and as an MP. Some judges are common during those times. You see, almost in common Emmanuel Baye said now John Dramani Mahama will have a social agreement responsibility with Ghanaians. So when he becomes president, after say Betimi by elected in 2024, Kiana King also signing that particular law no. Na eno etimibua na eboye ho ban na mibisa o sa emra no the NDC at that time na mo minority e parliament mo boaye ema omo pass a law no ekodu na nado Danko Akufo-Addo wanim no entimi ansan a mo de ye dede e wo promo a ema say a lot of Ghanaians voted against the NPP because Ghanaians are said be Benaye Christians almost extra almost said be trumu any mad dano enko yin famo according to omo religion no oboto aba de NPP said be yenua Muslim for mo so ndintum ebeto aba e de NPP because say obi edi nkomo so oba obe sign sa law no amna baba ye emra e wo kurom hanom obeto aba de ama no but Sandra me no kase muti tum e ma no produ na Danko Akufo-Addo wanim at that time adentina say yimu di ho nkomo that's some person muti tum a moyi 22 e de afrim e na wode 32 mum abeka ho as we speak right now sign nkomo no unless someone try to convince me say niama na what the old bio ni mu no Anamunim say, Enyano, why should you amend and then delete 22 out of it and then add 32 to the new bill? Amodiako 2 year John Dramani Mahama. And then year John Dramani Mahama, and so it didn't come say, what a thing come the brain nam in framing. And some of the things they free parliament, say, so Utie in commoner and parliament now. As a controversies kakra will be on and Oba, it was over him. So him that's controversies no baby. I mean, I was say or yeah amendment clauses na was or amended. Nanya Makoye. He would just send it back to parliament. That parliament it made the home komoye. Say Ghanaians will have a free word, free mind. This makes me think, say, you see, the only way that politicians can use us, they say omitime share a lot of promises are omankas omitime fulfill it. Let me tell you honestly. Yera John Dramani Mahama, unless something extraordinary happens, and Yera Bitima signed this particular law. So we didn't come the show no. Ono kwamdo didn't come when he was coming back during his campaign. Didn't come say Sabio no or be sign it. When didn't come say the back parliament, I'm on my own amendment. But I say bill na kwakoto na don't go forward with him no. Or no oba or be sign. It's me bisa. So when the sound come we that's a could do parliament. There was a parliament. Anything come here pass here. Then why should we erase and I say delete 22 clauses? Say yeah one amendment. Sound and move 32 as also about the count. You see, there are a lot of things as already the constitution, that's the family value law in 2024, as compared to the family value law in 2025. It differs. The other two another don't go forward with him no. Emu say be adding. I change the name that here John Dramani Mahama this last year currently as to speak, and that makes me think say yet your memu ye di won komo say LGBT no say be yet krom hanom no yemfo aso Africans yemfo aso, and there is no way say ye betina say na obi edi ne culture ababes assimilating ye culture ye we impoma. Say be yesua obi die ababa ye anase ye tietie obi fa ahodie so e wo krom anom there be yemfo aso. The only thing that a respected Ghanaian would cherish ever in his life is to see say this LGBTQ plus bill no you are signing to the movement say all other clauses are a woman no ebe protected Ghanaians. Enkofa asembia enfamba. That is what a cherished Ghanaian will always wants to see. But who's young komona elkona? Before the time you pass a law, obi dia court say in same wo ho. You could do in komo court. We see a pass it. Ya ye ho amendment na ye omoye ye no. Anko ye it was say yes answer a who's young komona surrounding na ho. Even the Speaker of Parliament doesn't support the passing of this LGBTQ plus law bill no. He doesn't support it. John Dramani Mahama he doesn't even support the bill. So if the Speaker of Parliament doesn't support the bill, because per the statement on the Bible, he doesn't support the bill. His Excellency also is saying indirectly telling us that he also doesn't support the bill. And Tisekobani say, I always say this, Ghanaians always remain silent. They remain silent on things that goes on in governance. But when election time is due, I believe so. LGBTQ plus in common honor will now get to understand the bottom of it. But I don't pay me, but we are for better nothing. That sounds with the home come if you believe say.
Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, aka Anti-LGBTQ Bill. Emrasebe for kofa by ya ene ete ha 2024. En wo mobedi won komo say. In fact, Bible cra kasetia say bema ne kwan da wo ba ho. Ne de wo mo mane say bema de ne kwan beto bema ho. Na oba so de ne kwan ato oba ho. Eye chiwade kese ai nam so ma Nyankopon abufuhie ba Sodom and Gomorrah fo eso a okwasai ekuro no nti Ghana yenso yensoso yenye ntum se obi a meye bi ewo oman emu eye pa ena wo mo sha se won mu di nkomo atintim krata so nhyehyeye na ede atia won a edi sa adwuma no na wode o mafa emra kwan so 2024 wo mo sha se wo di sa nkomo no woni agigina mu na Sam George ginafa Reverend Tim Fodwo mu nyina na omo ye sponsors enti mrahebedwafo edi nkomo no eduru bunumu yie no a wo mo pass sa bill no ehwa ape ena Richard Delasky our broadcast journalist na wasan ye private legal practitioner ene Dr. Amanda Odoy our no so ye researcher ewo University of Cape Coast omo ma asem no so na omo no ni Supreme Court say na ada na yete o maimu Nyankopon aba obi a ena constitution di obi a pe ama no so onye de ope na me na me de me ho na me se me mpe be ma na me pe oba ada na sese Ghana mra eyere na kete se de me pe na me pe se me ye wo de me be fa mra kwan so the Supreme Court nhwemu firi se sa anti-LGBTQ bill no ebetietie nipa fa ahodie so enti sa petition na ekoduru Supreme Court ninti antimi ama sa krata na nkoto mampani Akufo-Addo table so na etwentwen ho because asam no woni wieye asam so o court ayentu ho na mo na ho nkomokora so yesi yenni ena contempt ankokyerɛw enti krata na nkoduru mampani ho en wode ne nsa akwɔhya ase efiri se ye twe ho dare wo Supreme Court enti I think December 18 2024 na Supreme Court say asam no kra wo mo boagu because mampani asante enye law enti ni kwan se ye betwe ho dare wo Supreme Court ade a yagye atomo a eye mra a eye adwuma no ena otwe ho manso a eye yiye na asem no ekoye bibia wo ho samre no anso sane ya to aba wie ya aban ensakra ye no aba ena didi mu a 9th parliament yi ana sponsors no ansan kopeja ho asem ba ye se 8th parliament no woman to me anya amana nkodru mampani ho because of petitions na wo de a counter bill no a ene 9th parliament yi so yensan pusu ye ho na me afi no ade abako me hu ye ne se de enano 8th parliament na wo ye sa LGBTQ yi ho adwuma Sam George gigina mu kirebe no afi ni nkomodie no wo fom afi Sam George ano wo fom papa Reverend Tim Fodwo mo Kenya mu a me kaise nche ye Speaker of Parliament ekodi ne nkomo kan se sa wote asie na wo ye speaker obehye ama bill no wono mo apase na wo mo ahwe ama mampani so asente de ne nsa ahase na abeye mra na enano na ye me na kakra se enkomo kase atise ya Ghana fo nyina ani kuhu na obia epe na wieye ahye na edanu aduru ho ne ye ho adwuma na speaker eni fie ho speaker tu kwan wonte na dwam na minim sese speaker ni ho a wode na chija na be de kire ye first deputy enti first deputy atena se ama wo ma ye adwuma ya wie ama mahama yarega kasi su dua se samampani kura wo Ghana kafiada no a wo mo de ne copy koma no e ma wo sanye na wo bo Ghana fo ano ho ba se mampani beduru ya ebeko ama mampani asan afei ede ne nkomodie bebree ede ne we de ne de fa ha na we de ne de akobo ha na enra na medi nkomo bi wa newsroom na me bisa news editor say womo sponsor womo ade no Reverend Tim Fodwo Samre no a amendment ahodo ekoso no na wo mo nte ho bia na ena na me so mi bisa wo mo a wo maye amendment ne se kane no a wo mo de bill na eba clauses ahodo a na ewo mu a na won mo kire se wo mo be criminalize advocacy ane LGBTQ hu nkomodie senka yete he ya no pay ya no abene mu a LGBTQ na Ghana mra ne wudi yenni hu nkomo yenka ho asem mpo ena akwa yete se wu promote LGBTQ samre no wo mo anne wo mo say sa crosses ne nye enti wo sakra no na wo mo ye amendment 21 e de aba be hwemu no where were they enye wo mo na kwatena ase etintim mra no enti sa bre no a wo de sa crosses ahodo ni nyina hyemu anka enye Richard Delaskai ene Dr. Amanda Odoi ena ade ne koduru mampani akufuado table so no osan ya enka sa crosses ni nyina ye mra eye adwuma no ka kire yi no mo behunu se eyamfonso se yanka se obi enye advocacy emfa LGBTQ ho journalist entimini LGBTQ ho nkomo anase obi antena baabi mfasika enso sankrofo no asene ewo mudwumadie mu politicians eya munsusu na mo nya smart munsusu nya smart ewo Ghana temamufo so fise ase yese fidie echi abo a ni sunko ejai ni so a ni sunko yesi enka ni wachi a wo se agro ye de ena no no de na obi pushi den se ekufo adonfa ne nsanhya se emema ne emeye mra samre no na crosses yi nyina ya wo mu ye firi hoi na ewo mu o badenne enwom na sesa ene madane ye no a ebesi omoso no enwom na sesa enano na mampani Mahama oye candidate Mahama no obo ntoa no wanka ne say o se ye pass bill bia e bia errors bitimi bam enti se betoma pono so na me hye errors no a me hye se mema nimdifo e wo mramu aye nsakra ye wanka ne sa wo se parliament pass na ba obe sign in tempaso without delay na ba ye mra fi se wono ni gidie as a Christian enkyere ne se bema ware bema oba ware oba timi edane ne ho bae ebeye bema ma bema timi dane ne ho bae oba ene ye boy ensem sha ene ye gina so to aba ena Mahama aba enne what UK se watete onu kra de onya bi nkan yo watete se nkomodie ne koso se no mo pass wieye errors wo ho we se ya amendment we se ya fa ha we se ya sene ha enu nti se oba na sa na ekode a ene na sese esan kọ mrahye bedwam na wo mo ye nsakraye na meba o ye ntie mampani John Dramani Mahama ne nkomo ne mra ne eba ye wie o.
The only reason Ghana's in the news. It has been one.
Yeah. Parliament has been considering it, and it was supposed to have been passed last week. There have been a few issues raised. One, that there wasn't quorum when it was passed. That's an issue that has come up. And then two, there were some procedural lapses in terms of its passage. I just got some communication that the Speaker was reading a statement to address the issue of the lapses in the passage of the bill. And so, like I said, when I was the opposition leader, the President has a number of options in this matter. It must come for assent, and so once the President gets it, you go through it because you are not part of the discussion in Parliament, and so the legal representative, the legal counsel in the Presidency and the Attorney General would sit on it because it was a private member's motion. Right. This was not a government bill. And so we'll look at it and make sure that everything is in order before the president is advised to assent. The president has another option if there are some things that he thinks are a problem. He can refer it to the Council of State for advice. The Council of State is an advisory body to the president, and so they will take a look at it, and then they will advise the president. And if there are issues, substantial issues that are raised, the president would return the bill to Parliament, indicating exactly what the issues are. And so there's still quite a while to go before that bill becomes law.
Thank you for setting that out so clear.
Someone who mampani di mean and all de kasano. Fato to nanwa na wajina campaign platform so. Nehe. Bebia ahoden ewone bebia ahoden ni ho. Ene akaketua bi na bon no akowurem. Enti na no ayemre. Ano ayemre no and working say one year one more pass a bill no parliament and nkomodie no ahase say lapses sinto ntokro a bombi ewom enti se saade a ene cabinet ene one year abemu one more ehwe emra nkomodie so one beke kane masi ani na ba se san call parliament ya we no ene ekufo ado abre no asamo a eba ye say ade no ehu manso wo court enti ne ema medru presidency ansa monhye na court nkomo no wo ho no wo muni ni nyina nwie ansa na difference be na wo mu samre no omo se akufu ado aka de obi nka bi da eno omo di gina so bon to ati ano ade no ehia Ghana fo so nti no omo gina so no omo to aba enene akwa wie ni seye enti ye twen mama mpani John Dramani Mahama aba na obedru na bill no ekoto nanim na wokan mu wi afei ne wode beba abaya no yie ama oman ne biemu no na yetie afiri ho se no kwasem lapses no a ewo mu a won mo ka no enye de ma wotimi esan a eye yi a na Ghana fo mo amajaje afiri ho na speaker enkomo no na menya ntiase yie se won kono na onim enema egu apono so a ne absence mu womo eba abe yehu adwuma wone ne deputy ani nkomo bia nsie ene okoye ene oba ya won ma pass no no so beka say ye surprising ehe na no omodi nkomo no awie adru o pass a enye yie eno nti afei no osan ene leaders won mo wo both sides ekohia ansa na won ma san adwendwene bebi ho asi fidie yi abo a ni sonko ejai ne so a ni sonko yenka ni wachi a wo se agro ye de mfodi ba enti yenhwe the suicide board ho no ebefa politicians for you
with the kakra can say politicians no ye hwe omuye because omonsem no omonkomo bedi bia no ya na sebi epono kakra da ho from a kakra da ho pa then niama na yekoso LGBT ni mo no me personally here mentiase there be mentiase and some common no e wo ha ebedi but then anopay bedi kan edin komo culture say GPRTU for etimi ignore the news and nam inframum say 20% ye betimi e dia atum e wo ehonum sa se ne be ya say ene no o fa wo car e di free wo fee dia ko adwuma I mean ye the fair no 20% better so almost say kan cham say enyes no kra bi enim no kra biara enim omonam so e de ehon nkrata aba abonten e wo ahano meridi e de amaberen metimi bie me phone lines no ho na one mampanyi etimi akasa anope ene mampanyi enkasa enkoma yedi LGBTQ+ enkoma yedi e wo hanuma anope ene JPRTU for nkomo mudi na pese me busa se anope uko wadwuma no se bi ofro car no yedi bi kan ho ana because omunkomo mudi ne se ye ignore that news na air con because omone Ministry of Transport ent na se Indian komo emba se bi ubia engine to mo se 20% no I will see the toso na transportation first no omoye eti ma benko ahoma no so na me Francis indi inkomo ok free edi free takwale Francis good morning
morning daddy poma
Nyankopon adom se bibia bokọ de.
Adom nti enwe ye.
Yo, ene man panyin kasa no pe.
Okay. Hello.
Meti open ene man panyin kasa.
Okay. Me pocho. Andra na moye program o di Fache TV so.
Bacho sabre bi wadaroma.
Andra na jo na me hwa mo Fache TV so.
Oh, okay.
Enti me send momo. Me send momo na ye bo mi din. So Francis Ebuisa. Nyame say on kan tell me say is share me but according to say me fra atwere. Nti me
bacho.
Because no bi so edimi name atwimi sign.
Bacho, ose ne de bare mumu.
Me say mumu di mumu ayi normal bi ayi ne so.
Bacho na program me a.
And then I just said, no more young Bible around 11.
And bacho o challenge ye den like them pana o challenge wadaroma.
Send papa Elder Dixon. Nebuan.
Me bacho enumere nyame bo enumere sa time na o hear program no. Omoba me bacho ombe bi on phone lines na on so afre. Why?
Oh, me so odi no ma bi kusu say yam frɛ after program yam frɛ ntina ma frɛ ne play.
Mate, o de gusu tie me na ma ne be ma. Why? All right. Enti yam peke offer for na yi nkomo. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Line no ABB or kakra. Pacho, good morning.
Hello.
Morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, from Koblaman, Mukasapa Takwa.
Yo, any man paying Casano pay.
Hello.
Any man paying and Casano.
Morning. Pacho to say, Master. I'm Pacho. Before I couldn't get into town, boy.
Me bacho mame kancha mo say mo fra e ma muntie mo ho mun low mu TV set no volume no mun low ano na muntie me wo fra me atie me na lower wo TV volume set na tie me yes na so ka say wo tie wo ho a obema edwumedie no ya bre e wo so amanfo bebre nso wo akira omo so e frɛ offer for ho ma yini nkomo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Minua yini nkomo ne man panyin kasa
e ba tell you Minua, and if you bebre na Abba Ghana, you dream one and sassy. Minua, or man pay no more than is I was only where to quit. And see, Oba, or more than them Sabe, and Manda, and Mamma, Nano. Or more than obey a baby. No, Minua, baby, I make us if you, but me as man more. You could some minute on quay crap. And the general man pay no the full out and not so much enemy. On one what they are about, obey be I mean, I'm afraid I will fear. Want to Munko school, one more SS, one more university. And yes, to me, I answer Munia. And the best mamma, yes, more catching any. Nay, 1 year ma, or my gun, I have no opportunity. The woman may have graduated. This year, West Ma, Minia. Bosumba kope oje 330 million. Nemi mukoko 1 bag 1 kilo no. Ozo oje mi yes ken tuaka. Asem wo yo man pedi mama wakan wan. Nti ya besre. De bomade ahwe UK ba. Bomade na ye bibi fa ekwafo ya ho. Ene trumu no so onye bibi mfa ho.
Bacho yo man panyin emeti onko na oni edi no. Mame nko dodo wanam ne Isaac indi nkomo. Isaac, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Invite you say.
Nyame adom now so e. Any man panyin kasa no pay.
Invite you will problem that crowd will handle me up about the DC.
We bacho say.
You have a problem about the DC.
O kasa no form kakra senka betimi
Yeah, DC no oba 2 gravel. O 2 gravel no se sia o san ji bola huska. E na bola ni so no higher. Nti ya pawcho na mo hwe sa ade no maye.
Mate. Yebedi hu nkoma ama. Why? Yebedi hu nkoma ama. Mamenko Cape Coast na bene Jerome indi nkomo. Jerome, good morning.
Yes, sir. But you have a problem.
Nyame adom. Ene man penyin kasa no pay.
Let's say, man penyin uni omawe no no kron.
No kre. Uni omani. What you kwan?
Nyame adom no ba. Dia me ken yin say papa John Dramani Muhammad there. Ono kan na utie. Yes, no. Sa do no omo person mo ditu mo parliament no. And for so be so. What you say? Because Ghana in your son here, now, sure, Bema Ukakopa Bema, Ocean and Paso Benalbina. And you say, and then come on, over 1 year, and see Nakao, no, Nakomit me out. Oh, woman, you would remember why, Oman Penny, why? So to you too, Nasa, we are dear, Timber, for here. Yakopon so be shira medasi
yo yedase pa yedase ofrefo yemfa no na yenini nkomo. Hello, good morning. Em say the line no ayi bibia wo kakra na mame fa nto wonim say GPR2 for nkomo na media no omo abeka ade a kyen say 20% of transportation fares are nanka I mean the bank from say nka omo de ka ho no say enye sa na te yin no sa nkomo no enti me pa cho sa no pay ofa card fifi ko adwum na say obi die o sika bi a esene de na wo say wutua enrada me pa cho e wo so ko na koju sika ma me nko ahoma no so na me Thomas endi nkomo. Thomas, good morning.
So mo to lo be o Ghana bo na o ti ko adwene a gura ye de to ma yi ni
Meet you, Thomas. Meet you.
Fine morning. Hey, let's see.
Thomas 8 no ho enti mame fa osai safo na me ni eni nkomo. Osai, good morning. Hello, Osai. Osai line no ayi bibia e wo kakra. Hello, Osai, good morning.
Good morning.
Mami nti o ni man panyin kasa.
Me no pay me no man panyin din komo. Me no man panyin din komo.
Okay.
Good morning, Minia. I don't pay me no man panyin din komo. Kakra me kan say sa emreya o mai di baje ya no ye ya ne se wo yi Ghana free so the Kenya so the share ne bra. Ye be sere man panyin se wo ba mo yi bibia free. Yes, saying yes, no Mavanian friendship. Na Yanya who you Makama Ghana for a run tom. You can tell what 2 coin, a brute Yanini din Comono. Nanim Casacra and Yafe. It was the Casan and Yafe, yes, Serano. Until the Nimon Casawa with you, name or buy a rather than on one crop for any NPP for share yellow, who for the Breswa will be the court. Yes, Serano, Sam Marana, Mumuniba, who get. And kura mu munyi free no pass na Ghana for ontono esan say saadie ya ekosui Ghana for tiwade enkremufo abosomsomfo kristofo wo bia so wonpe enti so kristo ni dia esere no maji ntumaye kama emradada na Ghana ni dia wontono me da asimi nu amekwa mu bia ba
me so me da se fa ma me kwa oba no so na me Jama ending komo. Jama, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Anope ni man
Jamal ni ayo Jamal ni me di wadu oba se
yo
anope de ma me pa konya na me ntia me papa Professor Joshua Lavi na me ntia regional chairman statement chairman na kosi ana incoming regional secretary ba chanfo ana incoming chairman always yayeso oboko na anope de me no me mpeni kata na me no sister na wo horo mu ne be kata kata because anope ne nsem bi a wo kana na me ne nya adwene And I say, no, I say, Omampayini, Oma, I not to know my ye a year trip. Neomodi command and I don't know my ye pretty much and nobody come over saying. Now, now, we are president near the Bailey Bro, who are going to say 2 weeks, the minimum do have one theatre, who to really fair as the core parliament to be more, as if you may answer time out near Penno. You know, another year with this over side and another do no one, but another will coin your tank outside the core parliament. Cocatum to deal with the Monte Sun before Sanamasa, and so another one yet. Take and was I ye be again the year 3. No, say me tea, you want to say, I said, Chrono Hobby, Ubi away and walk watching Kola, there 20 as I say, or asking Colana Bob on one mother, our million member, and decided to go to near Konya say, or you didn't go hospital. Yes, see, so Nipan a Kurana, so yes, I didn't be Kuradi, or Konya to the course, but first, and yes, you will need a Konya to hospital. Nipan was said and why, or was a bit of temple, I said and why, it is a Nipan said and why, and the detail Cotono, near to Hokonya to me the hospital, and tell you. Bonya a wo mayi afima enyana ebiem first no we see atom tantreni untumi nka ho atem kora but say untumi yes sir
pacho timi
metio
be no ho nsensem ban wetimi etie mu nsem ni yie pa adaroma
matie kakra
wetie kakra bet untie mu nyina aha enti se kakra na wetie no ebia kakra na munye ntie no eno ho enkomo enana no peyedi enti enye se yenu aba no asama no wo ka no me patcho me ba yes asama na wo kan se bi na obo ne sirim na aka asem bi because otrem say ye yi bi efrim ene di bi aka o me so me kan the same thing what I say ye 22 clauses e di efrim ene 32 aka ho no ma ye ho amendment so what I say it no ho komo na ye ka se ne se minority enim se de omu yi bi efrim di bi aka ho na o de komo yakufo ado no sa time no se na nkomu nim se enye de ene ade nti na omo de so de at that time ade nti ene na ye omo de so no omu yi sa bill no emu clauses ni bi efrim no mo san so de bi account e ho nkomo ene ye di nyese bi a asema na ye kan bibi wa
ana we your president so a ye de bail bro wa ana na meka wo konya te de dinya wo sare fair ko parliament no chiro mu ne wo enye wo mana ne wo mpe wo mu no mo te fan the points and what so na na
Satan me court.
Sama me di let ko ma parliament station mo ya no ma fa bail na ti no bi di kokko ta dey na no bi ye fa ana ade so bail enye ye mra to ntumi fa kokko court camera ndi ade ne wonye asama ne be ye mra ntumi fa kokko so na ka wote na na do fan ne be ye mra before san ntumi di kokko to ye ade ye bail de ye de bail kokko court camera ade so be ye mra nto ye de kokko na ne ye ente no do ni o ka so de kokko na ye na ko because ade ne ye bail that time na ne nye be ye mra nto obi di kokko tan ye and to start with the father no mun so better ana mo pe se na no ti kasa ana no so ba ba ye aya obi ne dia ba se mo ti bi ha mo ana mo di mo no bi a kira dia firi be dia bro and through
yo jama e da se no paper e da se ma me for the whole of the day. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You need nkomo mi ya e de man pe yin kasa
yo me da se no akonya dia ma me me nwe o kasa me nwe
BTA pa minua yenkasa
minua o kasa sisi omo yama omo hu se omo die sa propaganda ne die ewo mu sopa ne omo nkasa yem yewura samjo sa LGBTQ mu plus yin sensema a asori nanse ono na nimsem ene nsem o waka fa ho mmiri bi etwam ogina simpie so abra no omo ye campaign to ensema o kan edigu na danko ane na abanso sa adwe yenya na adoma na nkoda mu na mu wa ban mu nege mu betimi aye ama tinamofo no ani age enya afi na okofa na ado zensam bi abefale o ti woni aba mu bi mo ne nyankopon ya adoma twa ntro die ene tufu tro die gu Ghana ene amanfo nyama ya to aba ade ama obeduwe ensema mo kese mo kache ene sei mu tufu tro die gu Ghana fo Sam George me person bisa za bra kwani Sam George oni Ghana ha na LGBTQ wons and Sam George namo ai ko mo ho abro ntimi kebi Sam George ye obi a wa feel poto na bem communication fair sense no to creditor ntimi ndu ba bia na akati wo ye ko ba ko na o credit ni wa ya wo su nyina akati nti so mamu na emre bi atwem akasa e dia fa LGBTQ wons and mu asamba ye yo ma banshi no onka bibi na yinti na nyankopon ya mampanyi bedru o man ya ma ohwɛ oni mu hwɛ mu bia onsan na Ghana fo hu sɛ bɔhyɛ a ɔhyɛ afɔfo yi bɔhyɛ medamase
Me so me da se pa Derek. Mame nko kokobɛn na me ne Tewia indi nkɔmɔ anɔpɛ. Tewia, good morning.
Morning, boss.
Ɛne man panyin kasa anɔpɛ.
Yo, anɔpɛ mekyia kiw ne abegyafo nyinaa. Afei mekyia Ghana fo nyinaa. Ase na ehu sɛ NDC fo saa ɔmo pɛ Ghana aman no ɔmo pɛ asɛm. Ɔmo me ate ase pi. Ambi ehu saa bill na ɔmo pɛ sɛ kufu aro san na ɔmo fo so ɔmo fo so. No mu ni di nti ɔmo yɛ. Ɔmo sɛ ɛkɔɔ yɛ na ase asa bi si ɔmo ankasa so. Edi Sam George wɔ Ghana ha no. Adena saa bill no dada na ɔmo baeɛ no ɔmo ntumi process wie ɛnsaeɛ. Afei na yɛsɛ yɛde akɔ parliament no ɔmo mɛkasa ɔmo agye atum anaasɛ ɔmo nye ntum. No yɛda maama so ase. Ɔntena America hɔ no wɔn kasa ɔba a ɔbɛhwɛ mu bio. Nhwɛmu baabi ɛnìyɛm. Wote nkyɛn no na mo fɔ so sɛ akufo adɔnsan. Ɛbɛrɛ ni nka so saa na akufo adɔnsan so no ma bɛbi so. Enti sɛ yɛsɛ yɛde abɛto no ma woba a ɛnyɛ nhwɛmu bi adi. Ade ne wɔ court. Deɛ mu yi afi mu no deɛ mo de bɛka ho no ɛne deɛ ɛna deɛ na mu yi afi mu. Ghana fo yɛhwɛ nneɛma yi. NDC fo ɔmo pɛ Ghana man asɛm. Especially saa Sam George no. Ma menka ne state. Sam George no wayɛ ne ho nipa bi a sɛ yɛanhwɛ yie na sɛ ɔdi anim sɛ ɔdi anim yɛ a Ghana ɔde nsɛm bebree bɛma yɛn. Ma menkyia ɔnabo Kwame Asafogye MP papa me so mefrɛ mo. Ebi obi a nyame hyira no. Meda ase na yɛka ne biem koko nsɛm no so no menua ɛnkɔ yie kura dɔm ama nti bɔhyɛ bebree ne nsɛm bebree ba dɔm ama kan ne nyinaa wɔnti yɛn so amoa yɛn. Ghana for mo yɛmfa ne ɔma ntua wɔ so. Yɛnhu John Mahama ne na NDC no amamuo fun ne amamuo bɔne a ɔmo gu. Meda wase.
Me so me da se pa Tewia. Mame nko Ahanta West. Agona Nkwanta na me Charles indi nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ hɔ no. Charles, good morning. Hello Charles, good morning. Mr. Charles TV no sunti. Charles, good morning.
Good morning.
Any man paying in command.
Good morning. Take a safe and towers now. I'm in fact, when you're slamming Power Tech, MPP parliamentary candidate. Yes, I had the neighbor DM. Now, men come out from Swa. And they see forging, trolling that, and the budget on money. On the budget, so we say, Ghana and Quay, Ghana, you say Ghana, ye may see, can you see dollar number from back? So, in pound channel, share a billion with our parliament of passing. But in my NPP, Aberso, the mother by and net, I said, Moisey. And the Jamaican Moisey na film at the different one at the Parliament, Mamma Party, I feel a Mahama Castle about Belgium, there said the same, but there's no party. I said, you are almost no, now where I now. No, you are aware. And this is for them, Tronia, that young Quan, and the body man, so Ghana from will be out to buy back on back one. Oba Anta West, now, community to be a Princess Town, MPP Aberso, I'm a bit a boogum. Obugumu started building from scratch, yeah, no more 11 billion. And this so community aware and was a friend Buzia, based in a Mbungumu, a year on the base in a more year, baby Nasa and a more year, and this about 20 billion. Abra based in a war, a more year on the base in touches, Kaka, 20 billion, MPP Aberso, Princess Town, Baby Bugumi, about 11 billion. They are now way at the swab of 20 billion. And Timama, Mahama, said, my catch and eliminating commerce. Sir, I can't end it for one was on Baysham. On small women, Baysham, and the young said, the Biak to small, she came up to the Biak, young charge here, because they are ordered that. I catch so I'm about 20 billion yet. Young charge, Hunter was for charge and Timama and small auditors, Mamma Baysham, same. You'll come with this out, that's it.
But that's a pan Charles. Mamin ko Santa se pre. Namine Charles and so including Como. Hello, good morning, Charles.
Hello, good morning.
Okay. Any man paying Casa no pay.
Hello, good morning.
We patch any man paying Casa, Charles.
Hello.
Charles Meton Capa, any man paying Casa. Charles, Otemenka. I'm say Charles Ahomano, IBB or Kakra. It's Charles also friend Nabra. Na yini in common anopay kama ewo no anopay mami reading mo messages kakra on Facebook emfa emmamo na yenhwese ne nema esi eko ewo.
Hello, good morning.
Mami family next caller. Hello, good morning.
Me pato maham eba no ose resetting Ghana agenda.
Nice, I know.
And be mo so no yes. Yeah, in human private industry ni betuma de abo man no. Na mo pesa establish business process ye do be fam no. Emayebre, especially pharmaceutical council. Ubi a drugstore afa unia e bia Ghana ni bia wako school awie na wama na adwuma. But ube akote ubefa process no almost 1 year akwa na say ye ma last say ya approve am. Nti e best say o man panyin so onhwe ho ma yen. Na yen a sabi o se ma yen ye galamsey no. Ye pe bibi wo man ni ma ye bre dodo. Wa we Ghana ni pe bibi wo man ma ubebre ubetwa ho saa. Nti o pese ye fa kwan papa no so ana say ye fa kwan bo no so ye de bobra no. Medase.
Medase pa Charles. Mami come last caller for the day. Na yen komo. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Master.
Yen command open. Any man penyin kasa adaroma.
People for normal friend on not 2024 no more mine. 2024 no more. I'm going for drone drone 1 day or yet when I'm in scam ATI almost 8 billion. Who did I say my head?
Hello, with you. I'm so free at home so. Mami reading my messages kakra on Facebook and from way free a J Jomo Mercy or say NPPDF never again la lie and Odiaba Atoki Skyman Airbender Lamarck or say the voice or the voiceless Mr. Kojo Marfo and or they love emojis Etimiaba Kama Bridget on Facebook or say good morning or fine Maestro. NDC people have lied again concerning the Gale bill. Ghanaians are silent, but we will decide in 2028. Hey, Bridget, only when it be decided. When so every Fifi Manfred on Facebook or say Daybreak morning show, when it is their turn there, they are behaving as if they are angels. NDC, we all live to see afterwards. And on the other, Nana Kwabna Puku, I say good morning, my big family, Fachet TV. Ama Sapoma entry, I say good morning. Pedrowa Madina Cruz. Was I'm watching you from Indianapolis, Kumasi, Tanoso, Kesben Junction is the main location. And also so Ediaba Anope Ewa Ahanoma and ne Bibrinano AD or Mawoda and ne Anope. Inti I was say you celebrate you more. Na say Udi Wawoda and na me mau happy birthday in advance. Edi Bibia Edema way every father Clement or say happy birthday to my daughter, Afia Rasta. It's Afia Rasta, Wangasa Papa, Father Clement. As in young show, happy birthday. It's Afia Rasta, and it doesn't. And Afia Yakupon Shroud, now onto Unquem Noma in Shabby Brina, Embra, Wabrobum, Nabibia, Intimin Koye. Mami movie encore me second on the day. We just say happy birthday to Abigail Asari, senior nursing officer, Aguna Government Hospital, from her brother Lord Asare. Nti Abigail Asare, wankasa unuabema Lord Asare. Let's say young show happy birthday. Hey, and yankasa Lord oh fidrium hana. Okay. Nti Abigail. Okay.
Lord Asamoah.
Nti yankasa Lord. Oh, I said Lord in friend Asare. Lord Asamoah mum. Oh, okay. Nti Lord Asamoah say young show happy birthday. Nti Abigail Asare. We show happy birthday, senior nursing officer. We so I say happy birthday to Amma Grace. She is at Agona Bipwa. Bipwa. Okay, Bipwa. Happy birthday to Amma Grace. Amma Nyakopo inshallah na bibia intimi enkoye enfamao. Yes, Amma and Edasono. Nti ama happy birthday. Inhyira no enye kese ewo so. We also say happy birthday to Prophet Edu Samuel. Prophet Edu Samuel. Nyankopon hyira na nyema enko yi pa informative prophet na edas no. Nyankopon hyira na enwosra no enye mo pa emfama. O say oye manager of Jukampo Lodge Guest House, a suboy from Oba Ajwa, and I'll say, young show happy birthday, Emfa Emma. My comment next one, I'll say, comrade Nana Safo Ujaba, NDC National Communication Team member, and also so AD the birthday. And happy birthday, Nana Safo Ujaba, our NDC National Communication Team member, Wayfree Emmanuel Esiama, or see young show happy birthday. It's Nana Safo rather, Nyankopon hyira na oma opportunities ni MBA ewo NDC among you konimu emfama na bibia enkoyi emfama. We will say happy birthday to Madam Paulina Echa aka Obaya of UK. Obaya of UK from your brother and a friend Opoku Justice and I say young wish you happy birthday. Nanyama enkoyi emfama. Madam Paulina, hey Madam no UK boga. Nyama enkoyi emfama na bibia ntimi enkoyi. We will say Pastor Philip Anane of Living Word Temple, Bampinase branch from entire church. And I say, yeah, we show happy birthday. Pastor Philip Anane, happy birthday. And I yeah, the amount and ne anope. Nyankopon hyira na wadom no endorso na enwosra so endorso na fatimiye nyame adwuma na enkoyi pa e wo bibia owo. Nti pastor Nyankopon hyira pa e wo hono. We will say happy birthday to Sister Felicia of Trinity Baptist Patase. And the Sister Felicia, yeah, we show happy birthday, Nyankopon emwa na ahofe no bebre na embeka ho na enya nyini che ewa brabo na bibia ntimi nkoyi. Sister Felicia, happy birthday. And I yede ma ewa hano. When you say happy birthday to Doris, member of Ahima Nananom Ladies. Sister Doris no and who pa happy birthday. We are member of Ahima Nananom Ladies. And I we show happy birthday. Nyankopon wow na omau enkwatenten na niema enkoyi emfamao. It's happy birthday ewo hono. When you say happy birthday to Kofi Boateng, he is inside UK. It's Kofi Boateng aka Kofi Boat no boga papa yemao awoda pa kama Nyankopon hyira na sika bebre na embra pounds no more na embra ewo wabrabo na bibia intimi enkoyi. When you say happy birthday to Evans of CBJ Macro and the amount. Happy birthday, Mr. Evans. Over CBJ Macro. Nyankopon hyira na nyama enkoyi emfama pa. Nyankopon emwa na onwosra no so enye kase ewo honom. We will say happy birthday to Sarah Brefo SB, host of branch time at Ultimate FM from Kojo Usu. It's Yankasa executive producer Kojo Usu. Say yamau happy birthday Sarah Brefo SB. Oh, now you're host of Brand Time at Ultimate FM. Hey, Kojo no. Nkasa. See, happy birthday. It's Sarah. Nyankopon hyira na nyema enkoyi. Nyankopon mwa na nyema ehihye yi pamfama ewo Ultimate FM. Nyankopon hyira ewo honom. Bernard Opey, yane lawyer Bernard Bediakon. Okay. Ene my train ho bra. Me pacho ye train ho ba ye ba ya ka bia no. Ibetimi edi nkomo ewo honom edi ama. Ye ba sisia. ewa homa no so a mene no eba bedi nkomo anope. Honorable, good morning. Hello, Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Honorable Pacho se bibia boko de.
Yame ado me hoye temo mo
Nyankopon adom bibia eye boko pa ewo ahanom. Honorable Pacho yen hye nkomo na se na yen retwin femfiri ho. Na no ada na parliament yetimi pass the LGBTQ plus bill parliament. As a member of parliament, a whole lot of controversies and etimi aba this particular bill. As a member of parliament, will intake anything on this particular bill?
Well, so the chair was tearful, nearful, no credit. And say, yeah, I'm ready, boy, certain boy culture and values as a people. A idea, a bra, a binder down, to the nearma, na ye kasa sambra no nhwe na ye mpaase na it appears aban no interest bia ewe no mo my private members MPs be and about together say no omo abe and omo ye we are see a omo ye pass man of parliament e for man penny ho no man penny so on dey fine ye ni aye kai ye see and one say be aban fufui at the promise our campaign, you know, say on the oba or better no way. The bar by me and now a coba say speaker and say private members now and Rano are and May 8th parliament in the end from. And it's a chassis BBR for short. Obekaya. A more grand and say more Libra in team photo and then a pump will be a press conference are finding ye interested so they LGBTQ no and same baby said so I first reading, second reading, consideration state you so Emma if you are gonna and you give me in the area the passing brother. Let me tell you. Say Emra and passing ewo chamber ho omo ane wo chamber ho asama ipi ho peke say you ranting for your say ye the amendment bi aba bishop me wo hobi ozi ye the amendment bi aba bishop ntia no ene ye nya adwen ne ade but you ranting for your with the greatest respect it's the biggest hypocrisy on his part because you see mo ankasa bill na mo de ba ye na ankasa ma take asa be brain na bill na ye de come kutu ado na nya no ana mo yanso ye de aba enti say yen ya some bill instant be brain and I don't know where it's coming from because one kasa bill na de ba ye for the second time no we are sponsor one kasa de out de ba no plan was funny maybe it wasn't the same bill out de ba 2021 no as a sponsor, one has had by so what kind section 9 of the near personal Friday, and no, you almost back on section 12, and yes, section 9, as a bank, and yes, section 9, section 9. Yeah, the end of 9, almost the end of 12. Name for an awful kind of task, no prepared. But the subject to the Constitution of Ghana. It is subject to the Constitution of Ghana. Say OBSA, but subject to the Constitution of Ghana. Subject to the Constitution of Ghana, no, ambiguous. In the end, when you have Constitution, you exempted. You emphatic. Yeah, the question say, Obi, your friend is saying, say, Obi, Obi, LGBTQ, or a right to counsel, to lawyer, or a put in a man. Yencheno, so no, so as to talk LGBTQ. As in way, as a body, Obi could be prampa or follower. Yes, I say, no journalist, we have a Juma as a journalist. And Koma Woody, our radio, so. LGBT reporting in the normal course of journalism. Get the difference. You can't say we promote you. Eti omo e twan tro de kire mo say and you say journalists wo betimi promote it's not so. Over kind section 11 of act na pass on Friday na section 11 e ban obi biara obe fund obe sponsor anase obe so LGBT it is a promote radio to promote you come under section 11 and no here. But section 9 no you say so Kumasi no want to see a TOB Kumasi now LGBT now report one and say because every the normal course of journalism and no any promotion but so now the promoted here you come under section 11 which is a crime. So you see there is no issue. It is they no almost yes President Kufuor na no sign because or no say abrofo be iska intisi for yes ati we are omo ma iska but President Muhammad o say mfa no ho ye nhwe ense ye manfo emfa sa ne ma no say ye value say ye ma ebreko a sabe ye kodisika ne ye de beba na obi awu ne ye de ma hwan it is that is the difference it is man ya pass they've been raising all sorts of issues me no correct me na me wo dem go bi me watch but nothing happened. As some more canane, some see the amendment, the Ababishi. What is even interesting is amendment. Amendment now, look, in the normal course of parliamentary work, so what the bill, but say a government-sponsored bill, we got a private member bill. You don't have the power, say, oh, now be determined. We got the bar. Parliament, the young word. Experience semu yekiri edibika ho ene ade now the parliament and the pasa na speaker refer at the mass committee on constitution and legal affairs omo na ye mo aduma now committee for legal affairs no aye aduma no and no comprise NDC ni NPP4 omo enu ni awo na omo ekoye aduma no omo de report by say ya amende Enyama nkete saa nneɛma no ɛyɛ nneɛma a sɛbi NDC foɔ ɛka ho bi MPP foɔ ka ho bi eti sɛ ɔmo akɔtɔrɔ sɛ yɛn amende nneɛma wɔ mu a wɔn nkorɔfoɔ ka ho wɔn nkorɔfoɔ bɛyɛ na ka ho yɛwura asomadu a wɔnim na nsɛ ɔwɔ Ashanti region ɔka ho bi yɛwura mbea ɛka ho bi MPP foɔ ɛwɔ committee ne so na n'enkyerɛ oyɛ yɛwura Sankampuli ɛka ho bi a wɔn ɛkɔtena ase na wɔn de amendment yi ba a NDC foɔ nso ka na wɔn de aba ne yɛyɛ mu adwuma ɛnna na wɔn ba bɛka a wɔn yɛwura ntimfoɔ deɛ ɔmo nka committee no eti how can you come and then accuse nipa a wɔn akɔyɛ adwuma including waa wɔn nkorɔfoɔ sɛ wɔn ɛde biribi akɔhyehyɛ ɛmira yi so ɛyɛ nyatwom ne niwo ɛna ayɛ wɔn ate wɔn tete ne anyɛ no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama any NDC aban no egu so a wɔn yɛ ɛnu ɛna ayɛ wɔn yi a wɔn de ɛniwo ɛyɛ de wɔn yɛ problem yɛ ne wɔn
lawyer
nothing wrong with it.
Lawyer mebacho nkomo pa efree nkomo we ho eba ne say according to some of the information eba ne say at the time na mudi ho nkomo e wo parliament no na there wasn't any quorum and na e wo honom during that stage na mudi LGBTQ+ nkomo e wo parliament na o say na wo honom bi na sanity.
So let me take you through how things are. So what kind Constitution Article 102 now it can say
okay
quorum 1/3 of members of parliament
yeah
okay Article 104 now also see a take decision as I said more than half of MPs okay near constitution canon but the operationalization of that constitutional provision it is regulated by a standing order 64 of your standing orders. 64 not say parliament Jumabi and I have a translation say Obi and PB realizes say you need call room as I saw Peja the moon of Casa say Mr. Speaker Mr. Su say you need call room what them what had the son your constitution and Casa say Oresia and Rano actually stand on the speaker Speaker Bema Clark, I can't depend what they more. Now you have so apart Yanson. Not on my bell, no MPB office, bell, no elbow. In the Uber office, I bet the client or for 10 minutes. Sam and running count for 10 minutes, not Obia by speaker veteran council, not 10 minutes, let me papa. So after 10 minutes, not let me papa speak up journey for 1 hour. Now the affairs say if you will committee meetings in the idea, or you will corridor, or you will cafeteria, and not be a company. After 1 hour, no say, ya say, Yakoruma, as a speaker, journey, CDA.
Okay.
Now, on that day, Mr. De Wahom could see me. What is MPB sorry, every quorum? There is no record except say, Obi every quorum. It is an promotion, any quorum, not letter. Give the dependent who they casa. And you say, of a video, I'm on a TV, so no kind of what they can. Now, when I was at that time, a video, no person, no view of washroom, and also view of corridor, and no view of cafeteria. One pack of attendants are ready to go by. The time for one baby. Look, Yenimpa, Sam Rawi, Yebenya, a nipa of better to home pay, a dependent person running at the passo. If you do say now, you better can send it. Look, Obi Resi Quorum on the floor of the house, Obi Resi Quorum. Also, Brown house and somewhere in. Every day, like I said, there was no quorum. Now then, the Papa one receiver. So, my sure, send your Maranoka.
Lawyer.
So there is no issue about quorum.
Okay, lawyer.
Quorum is always presumed. So one raise here, yet once we hear Juma. So quorum anywhere, you raise it on the floor. Because when you raise it, the speaker would have to go through a certain legal your friend is saying authority. That is the 64 of our standing orders. Now one go raise here, and here you may be a passer, brother, you have to be to the field because I mean, that is not how things like that.
Lawyer, but my maybe question away. After the bill no pass we've actually seen and then listening to some of the commenter the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Backben, ED Nkomo, say at the time now or no A2 or the she deputy Speaker of Parliament say on here nanka mundi nkomo no endru consideration stage but na onim say ubetima pass no krampo no say bi no wanwa kakra me pacho nkomo na ba no Yera John Jumani Mahama so edina no atumbi abra ono so ewo UK. Can it be say because of what Speaker of Parliament and His Excellency Edi Nkomo no e betimi the bill no ababa ka betimi ahwe no masel basanso asakra nyema mu kakra ewo bill nim.
Well, so what's in your speaker? I'm like,
okay.
Or not a speaker of Parliament. President Mahama, the President is not a member of Parliament or your speaker. So, as for or only the also bill on any government sponsored a private members bill. And then you see the other thing with it, the Constitution allows him, says bill to be okay, Article 106 now. Say BB has of force nya dia eseso G2 one and say dia so my side review and rather man of quite so better bread class. Not me and catch and Kayan Raku to be a wine. Jibil no and rather mal kind and by force all time. What the bill now? No, I should what Attorney General advising. No, actually, also, I deal with Intino, and so I was science, I call ABC, and rather more. So we have a good family, and I can't get any problem. But your prayer and the social on Jebra, that's how the old person do back for his idea. And that was the same one as well. Now, so President Marfo, what can say? And rather, now, and who sends it here, TSC, and any result on it's right under the law. I get Article 106. So, on not the got the problem. And there's no issue. So, we are issue with me very tantrum. I don't amendment. And the tantrum that's all we are small girl. I leave the acquisition that those things I will not countenance. In terms of speaker, I'm okay. Yes. Because speaker, no need about that day. Maybe another one. It's in the thrown, of course, no more than when your greatest respect. Because of you. So I said, what a thing in the break. You are concerned. If you are not your car and say, what friend majority leadership, minority leadership, some of that. Don't miss out on what actually happened. No, that's why I first why I very low. So speak and can say, I have anything unlawful. Speak and can say, I have to be unconstitutional. Yes, also you have been a teacher, I see your consideration. Me, I say, yes, that's it. To me, I think that deputy speaker are not here, and say, young consideration. And not the area. So what I say.
Okay. Lawyer, we watch all Mammy said so far as we are concerned, dear. That means young consider that bill no is passed.
Let's say I'm passing. You know, no time be answer. I think that's all. I mean, majority leadership, minority leadership. I mean, you be film member. So I don't almost see any before for a fine. But until then, they are passing. And I mean, that's what I mean.
Aye, let's say Ghanaians.
Let's
say Ghanaians in Yasa and Hotoso say it could do Ira, John Dramani Mohammed.
I'm a 4 year Casa Sam Rayan Passio, Sam Rayan Passio, minority for no one say I'm buying person. Look, me, maybe as far as we are concerned, I'm running a pass. It is a baby person. Well, I know the American so speak and majority minority leadership. Look, this is on the day, the war chamber, near a minority leader, no, Obi, and the end, what is already issue about Koru? What is already issue be about anything?
Daddy.
You can't say about one thing. I say, I'm all to you, but you want them on why they raise it Koru? Why they raise it BBO?
Lawyer, I know.
We need the bill. And Rano say, yeah, you man.
Lawyer, I know payment that was say, so call parliament in chair, but we need dear ne coin of fast church in same no payment near Japan. But that was say, your fraud, no, to me, a so what to me, dim command. Lawyer, Yanko Punchra, let me say, I could answer about the amount. Yo, lawyer Bernard Bediakon, and you know, a D in Como Ewo Ahomanuson concerning LGBTQ plus bill. Nano ada ye pass ye parliament. Now or the in common be brain no TV edi atuya. I say there wasn't any controversies concerning the quorum and now amount for AD home common MPP for now be brain AD home common say the number of people are now was saying common say parliament business no etimi cost no or say in the home common say there wasn't any controversies concerning the number of people or motina say a share emrano or sounds so edit to just say or no baby originally as a member of parliament or no or consider bill and say ya pass it also consider bill and say ya pass it yen share ni mo say Ira John Dramani Mahama eba na so no so ending komo bia say yen refer family parliament there that means NDC and I say Ira John Dramani Mahama betimi pass it sa I mean bill no amana baba ye law e wo honum but then before say ba me bedwa for hono my yenti John Dramani Mahama in some kind concerning the bill when he was asked yesterday UK.
The only reason Ghana's in the news. It has been one.
Yeah. Parliament has been considering it, and it was supposed to have been passed last week. There have been a few issues raised. One, that there wasn't quorum when it was passed. That's an issue that has come up. And then two, there were some procedural lapses in terms of its passage. I just got some communication that the speaker was reading a statement to address the issue of the lapses in the passage of the bill. And so, like I said, when I was the opposition leader, the president has a number of options in this matter. It must come for assent. And so, once the president gets it, you go through it because you are not part of the discussion in Parliament. And so the legal representative, the legal counsel in the presidency and the Attorney General would sit on it because it was a private member's motion. Right. This was not a government bill. And so we'll look at it and make sure that everything is in order before the president is advised to assent. The president has another option if there are some things that he thinks are a problem. He can refer to the Council of State for advice. The Council of State is an advisory body to the president, and so they will take a look at it, and then they will advise the president. And if there are issues, substantial issues that are raised, the president would return the bill to Parliament, indicating exactly what the issues are. And so there's still quite a while to go before that bill becomes law.
Thank you.
And see, Mame Indian commandant shall say, we a young comma, you're John Giovanni Mahama, etimi edie. But then, Speaker of Parliament, as also Edian Komokakra, Mame Mbo video name na he, we are in
LGBTQ plus bill. And this passage is, for me, coincidental. It was not planned to happen at the same time. I think that we have had so much time to consider that bill. Right up from 2021, it's been reversed. It lapsed at the end of the 8th Parliament. It had to be taken through the same process because we now have a new Parliament, the 9th Parliament. And so it couldn't inherit what was left there, because that's the practice in Parliament, the convention. So it has to come back again to the initiators through the sponsors, who had changed anyway. They had changed because some of the sponsors in the last Parliament could not make it up to the 9th Parliament. Then we have to go through the advice from the Aegis Department and all other stakeholders who were involved. Then we have to get the new Parliament, the new members, to understand what all these things are about and to look at the law. And you know the copious instruments and laws on human rights. All over. We have to go through all, from the UN Charter to the African People's Rights and what, all. We have to go through all. Then we have also our development partners who had a lot of contribution to make. We had the United Nations coming in with proposals, some memo and everything. We as Ghanaians also have to dig deeper into our cultures, our customs, our values before we came out with what was passed on Friday. And in fact, when it was passed on Friday, it was even a surprise to me, because I know that they were going to start the consideration of the bill. And that was the instructions I left before I went to attend to other activities. It was Friday, and members wanted to go home early to their constituencies because we were going to sit today. And so I knew they wouldn't have completed it. But all of a sudden, I read about this passage.
And see, in Komo, no Emma, bio no home controversies no, as also Eba be made the home Komo because of say John Dramani Mahama in Komo no would no and a Speaker of Parliament, and also in Komo now also AD concerning LGBTQ plus bill no, and also so a Hong Kong or say nay surprisingly enough for him to have heard say Deputy Speaker and both minority and majority to me pass a bill no out, but then. In Commando Dodona Waha Babidi in Commando Wahano, Menya Dr. Abraham Jemfi, or a lecturer, it was used first no near say Amstead, but say, you know, ya change the no, I am used it. Until or Hanuma, Meneno, Babidi in Como and no pay. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
I just say we have a call. Then so colors no combination in Yasin.
Oh, Seja, 6Am.
Dog, I know say what's in common area concerning LGBTQ plus in common. But then as a lecturer, as someone who when it comes to this social matters like this, no, what's your take concerning the LGBT plus bill concerning the 2024 bill near call? I mean, you're right, another than Kwakufado and currently, Yakwakoto on my passing. What's your take on that?
I mean, that's it. I mean, yeah, cherished viewers. Any Ebuswan for Omajibre, no Muti. I think it's a very good thing, sir. We are discussing this issue at this point in time.
Okay.
Issues of this bill, and I said, no more woman, any new to any Ghanaian. Even before this law, your convention, your cultures, your values, they themselves, Nankasampo Yamala, never heard that. And yes, I bill way in a bachelor and said, these things are any papa nasi and so. You send a medical even before this bill. Your mamma no yen and number we in no nasa number we in no. Na etiaya mamre etiaya values etiaya BBR. The only thing that we are trying to do is to put them into law and CASA. Because most of them are by convention. Yes, we still have laws now a guardian against some of these things. But the framers who say no, then it is prudent to say, you be canning in SC and in I said that I could through the procedure and Melancasa. And again, even becoming a bill, no, so still not new to us. The old parliament. Estate almost we got to this point here every year. Yeah. No, any this time the old one got to this point. Yeah. It went through parliament. The only thing is that the president, say on so it should go back. Na in the neighborhood do this point. Now what you come across I am not sure that there's any Ghanaian be over say the details of Sabill of Utia. There's no Ghanaian maker say no me womb say yenye no Utia. The only debater about ABA say they are taking away some of the supposedly normal movies and I can say a womb. No is all about say amaje no ayehu a nipa no enko ho kora. In doing that to no so ne ehwe say entia the existing constitution na ewo ho. Okay. Anu nti say yes say udi hu komo and said a lawyer will not be able to go to court to defend such a case. Ni ahwe so say yemra na nkasa our main constitution so no what does it say? And I'm sure say all these considerations were made in the Kobas. Okay, then they are based on the constitution. Let's do ABCD. Now I'm taking the conversation from your president and the Speaker of Parliament. Okay. The president hasn't said anything new with respect to this bill. Oh, sir. Sure. It may be any who are a president who are on him and son of a signing. It's all shame. Until the normal practice say, yes, pass a bill now. Answer the president, ever signing at least, or no so ever in the council. So you also go through to see, say, at least being the leader of the state, being the leader of the people, bill now abana say on signing and then and so when the president says he's going to look at this, for me, I think it has been the order, especially when what to say be issues about. So it is the normal practice for every bill that goes to the president, he has to go through. If he thinks say on TRC, the president said he has options. The council of elders and now say it could be referred back depending on advice at So the president is going through the normal practice of what we do before a bill is ascended to become law, which is quite okay for me and which I believe it is what the president must do before answer was signing a bill. No. And yes, it is the normal thing and it is good, say President. Now, coming back to the Speaker of Parliament. Now, every bill goes to consideration. Yeah. Now, we are say if consideration na everybody is certain say then they do the passing. The passing. According to him, the advice that he gave, they say you should consider, and he gave the reason why he said is no name say they will close early, so there will not be enough time to do the consideration and do the, and it has happened. Say they were able to do it and pass. So it still does not defeat the fact to say it went through the normal process. The fact that they were able to do the two the same time does not mean say the speaker is against his person. No. It's just like I said the normal thing. And then actually this concept. Because me in your time and I say be a situation now. To me, So you to me we now there was enough time. Then the next thing is happen.
Now, dog, won't say in common no. I don't know. Some of us no. I think say fine. There wasn't enough time. So I mean, Speaker of Parliament in himself consideration stage needed at least. Mobile me abobo one George or some important things and which man consider I will be on him.
Okay.
But here's the case, but me real consideration stage, you know, it's me a passable no. Don't you think, say, in that hasty moment, or more rush here passable, a bit may lead to some of the mistakes in the bill?
Even our constitution is under review. Even the murder constitution is quite under review. For me, it is a good starter for us. Then going forward, we can look at all potholes in it and we can fill them. We need to start. If you don't know how to start, you start anyhow.
Yeah.
And at least getting it passed, at least on your basis. Going forward, the situations, any cases never ban. But me who said no, I deal with the young Tiaha, I deal with the young Hankaho. That is how we develop any ABM. And for me, it is a good thing because any medical Ghana ni be any who bet me catch them say ono otia a bell no. Except the discussion in Nakwa say be ya jije jantokuru. Let's get it work. As we move on, you'll be able to seal all potholes to make the law better when it has been assented. For me, so I think that's what we have to do.
Now, Doc, Mami Bisawe, you're convinced President Bitima signed the bill?
Convinced? I'm very sure.
Looking at the statement will make here Enra UK, should we be convinced when he comes back? Not say or saying no kind of Council of State or the more advising on the bill. I mean, you're convinced will be to me.
I'll be surprised if the president doesn't sign. I bet when was the president on signing.
And it may lead to 2028 election or more defeat now.
So I'm signing. And don't you say, I bet when was the president on signing. So if you ask me, the probability of the president signing is 99%.
99%?
For me. You see, your culture, any governance, politics is also into this one.
Okay.
Now, Mahama is doing everything possible. Say, we bet major legacy be to her. The next flag bearer, it will be easy for the person to win. One of the things the Ghanaians himself president this particular bill. And until I say president, because say on signing when it has been passed. Not the same sombo in the board the past government. See the president and say on put your on one with your watch. No, I say one signing, I'll be surprised. And until I know very well say whatever issues are concerned they are raising, the issues will be addressed and the president will sign.
Now, there has been some reports say we have some investors who come to the country to invest, and most of them belong to the LGBT community. And Enra reporter Yunuyanum Metro for Etimi report here and said Ghana is going to lose $3.8 billion annually away revenue when we sign. And I said when President John Dramani Mani ever signed this bill, you need to be lose as on mine, I say yeah stabilize the economy. Amani Maku, that's you lose $3.8 billion US. I don't think say economically no ever how mine.
That has always been the issue. Like I say, for time past, as a government to be able to a bonu say me I'm likely to lose this. But you probably say Anka Ghana here such amount. The reason is there are no many edi or mayinya. In your government to be no to miss serious and your manner, you will be okay. One, it has been the major one, corruption, wastage, leakages. You know, the Auditor General report FBA Ebanini Natural say your budget year for the year no. It moved 30%.
Yeah.
That 30% is almost equivalent to Sika Yokoje or Abontin as IMF or whatever. So it tells you that if you're able to sell this, and we wouldn't need them. Yes, se sika ne ba, send you say in Penfoka say epokora nso etogu. Yes, it will come to add. But if you do a comparative analysis of the effect, sika yebenya against the effect, say yen to me and passes, I never must have no man about man anymore. You can't do compare the two. You cannot. Now and in the future, we will lose our identity, we will lose what makes a Ghanaian. And until you quantify this value, they identify and say, yeah, Ghana for against Sasikana, what would say, Benyana. Then, I mean, who idea Bema Obia or your Ghana, no other Ghana. Now, or identify who saw your Ghana, Becca say, because of Sasika Winty, we should lose our identity, we should lose what makes a Ghanaian. And until this money is not enough, and yes, you can, until Betunyaka say, and Nuntino, the Omano, the idea no should go. And it that for me, and it is hard time as Africans, we need to take decisions to be a critical. Na ebeme yakoyenim. This is the time.
Yeah.
This is the time. Say, you perceive to me identify your home, you deny your nine so. This is the time we need to take critical decisions. Now, whoever, she can near how we will be able to develop ours, and we can do it.
Of course.
We don't need. Say, Menka say we don't need it because we have what it takes to manage ourselves without that money.
Now, as we speak, we say, check African countries are me. I passed this bill into law. Uganda is one. Sure. Senegal, now we are my pass on the Burkina Faso, so the now Ghana, they passed the bill no left with our president to actually sign it. But in common say over Uganda, now they're actually struggling with Europe when it comes to some of the diplomacy policies. I would say Western world at the support to Uganda. No, they are struggling because Omakutimi assigned a bill into law. And Senegal, the end of Crampo, the now the foreigners between the president and then the former prime minister. No, also a lot of things. I think last week there was a problem between the president and then the prime minister, all sacking in less than 24 hours, or more elected as Speaker of Parliament. So, LGBTQ plus bill now or pass and the foreigners no believe they say if Senegal goes against the law, then they are also going to make sure Senegal a bit suffer because of that. Don't you think, say, apart from the 3.8 billion you be lose, you are saying, say, you be lose to Canada and you be redeeming your culture, your heritage. Have we thought about international relations, diplomacy, how the country is going to suffer when it comes to these kind of things?
Suffer in terms of the
suffer when it comes to say
you can't continue then you and yes and it's still you can't this international relations say can say as I say until when you know mind to say Ghana I just say we have had presidents who have said say Ghana beyond 8 internet just say or one can say with the resources, you manage your home, you will do it. I then young position your to the extent say it is they who even be willing said they will come to us and not us going to beg them.
With me.
So what is it?
I don't pay my main and far messages kakra with me the aba. Ewo your WhatsApp no so my main kind and farmer obibia or hey ewo Fache TV. Na bibia intimi koyi and farmer way. Every Benji in fancy Syria, or say if minorities thinks some of the aspect of the LGBTQ plus bill has been removed, why they didn't sign the bill when they were in power, when they stood up and talk anyhow, the anointing will not bring them to power. From Benji in fancy Syria, Hi MC Ashuma Inwabija South Okunkom. And no AD income. Now, let me also read another message over here. Now, if we operate Sumum, aka still maintain JFK, to God be the glory. The spirit of Ghana and Dr. Baumia is working. When you disgrace innocent Dr. Baumia and NPP for power, the spirit of Ghana and NPP will also disgrace you. President John Dramani Mahama and Speaker of Parliament said they are not aware of LGBTQ plus passed by the majority MPs, our country is not safe under this NDC government. My humble request to Ghanaians is that 2028, let's vote against NDC because they are not serious to Ghana. Greetings to JFK, Honorable Protozwa, incoming Eastern Regional Youth Commander, and Honorable Alfred Boy, incoming Greater Accra Chairman. Wefree Opare Suhum, aka still maintain GFK. No Ediaba. Dog, yeni in common way. Now, what's speaker in common now? Now, speaker in common no ewo hodum mebaso. Menya honorable nyina ewo ahomanzo. All right, inti yeni in common no ewo hodum. Now, dog, say o checking common na Speaker of Parliament Edina. You could easily imagine say he is actually confused because of how the deputy AD is uncommon. Now, let's assume say speaker AD is uncommon, no one saying do consideration stage may automatically mean him say why are confused, and even though he's not in support of the immediate passing of the bill. So could there be a point say when he comes back, best answer for both minority, majority for them to come back and then have it done during the consideration stage? And some of the amendments that Ghanaians and especially the minority people are saying say almost 22 a free at the 32 clauses amendment abemno. Could it be possible for us currently as we speak?
So which year speaker we understand say we invited the two leaders. We want to understand what happened. But the truth of the issue is that no matter what, the bill will not be in favor of every MP before it is passed. It doesn't matter. At every point, bill be a you have sessions they think otherwise. And until still, even still under the consideration stage, we are still going to have a session who believe we say in its current form as at that time, it is still not enough to be passed.
All right, dog, mami break up. Mesa so about omenya honorable Akosi Jemfi Onyina Echampon ewo ahomano so ono Kwabre East MP. Miami honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
I want you to be able to there.
Yami adona also.
Yankopon adom nanu ada edi e birthday 30th January. Me poso ahomani mu amante wonka honorable. Se bi abo
Oh, yeah.
Now, minim say none other parliament pass LGBTQ plus bill no. Now parliament, and then you were part of the minority. Now Mokasa editor said there has been some amendments. I'm for say Mwankasa no mon support it as a member of parliament, and then also being part of the minority caucus in parliament. What is your stance in this particular bill? Of course, none other.
Minority stance in the NDA as a one. The majority are NDC for you. A bit dishonest to Ghanaians, dishonest to the clergy, dishonest to CSOs, and you will be an old pushy. LGBTQI plus bill personal. First of all, we share the bill and the amendments. Amendments now, I was part of a team one, called Safari Valley. They tried to water down the effects, and I said the gravity of the offenses are. So we are sentences and also some of the conditions or amendments or they were not in the original bill I passed in 2024. In here, can I say? So now we say exemptions like professional exemptions. So be a psychologist, or be a doctor, or be a Ghana AIDS Commission, or be a pastor. Now, we can confess it and say, or LGBTQ, whatever. Now, we exemption is said because of your professional need, and you say, Obeka, because professional secrecy and professional courtesy. 2024, that's how they mean. And we say that they are being dishonest to Ghanaians because no one himself, sir, exemptions in our way in our no one say hello.
BTA honorable.
No one says sir, exemptions way in our no one say professional courtesy our no one say merely by saying say I identify as an LG or as a lesbian, I identify as a gay, I identify as a queer. And no, it shouldn't warrant to say, they knew all that. But when people sought relief, our quarter, or Mutsiki said, those things now, it will be against the rights of individuals. In the amendment, they decided to say, no, you're passing President Kufuor and sign. Now, so when he says, I do now, we have 31 or so amendments. Again, na MPP for our power. Na ye says amendments we na ye bekari no. Again na moka say Debbie. Na ye pass a bill a ye asomene bill without consideration for all these things and then what the about be showing. Now more do more so dear. When you say amendments room, it do most of the when you say, oh, where the behind, where the behind, seeing film, where you tweaking say, where you found for her. Now, if you a kufa so dear, or no dear, and Rana and a ten, power in a quite now, I don't know on sign. Now, a quarter dear, the budget, young and said, dear, young for consumer. Another minority's position said, we have been dishonest. Number two, they on the bar floor, no. According to Speaker of Parliament, if you mean a chamber, Omoka said, you become, I think, refer alternative sentencing, say community service bill. Yeah, kakrano consideration ni kakrano. And I see young also, na family values bill no so kakra.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, Doc, because it was even on a Friday, and usually Fridays, the appointment for the Bayer will be called the constituency or the Cotimia Simunawaba. And the fact was in Kenya no kakra, but and pass it through because they knew say see a cover people will come and oppose those amendments. Yeah, minorities that are sorry, Ekasa said no, you have to bill and go we know we. You're discussing here. Now amendments now, I'm advertising the no. You're discussing who has some year. You're going to go here. Or sit lady. Young Twasso. Majority leaders say young Twasso. Speaker say young Twasso. And you're Twasso. Omura say bill. And this is what they've been doing all along. Gold board, sir, bill, the same thing. And I you two am near to her. And majority no omo planning the omo person omo ye and the omo person omo ye says the Ghana for everything no and you no omo ye ma Ghana for but it do Kufuor do so there no omo say yem fa sa ahoma no so ne mene they do President Mahama so there and there yem release ahoma no onya leeway no famko e bi o ne say sa bi we purpose so your culture your religion as Ghanaians, the way you hear, you passes our bill, and you bill when you are passing. And you know, until the speaker say, this is not what he intended to do. And then on the minority and majority side, the leadership in this year. Now I'm not deliberating well on this bill on my passing.
Now,
that is our position.
Honorable, Mami Busa way. Now we didn't come out the amendment. Now, what exactly did it? Went on during those stages. Because I'm told say, muyi 22 Efrimu a day 32 of the original bill and 2024. So amendments nearby. They be important. Pane more as minority caucus. Now we in support of it.
One say, usually see you, and yes, we are not in support of the amendment too, but its principle. These same amendments, in 2024, ye propose you say emphasize money be shame so that professional courtesies will come in so that so we is commissioner there now who go advertisements even advertisements and I said news broadcasting can't be for LGBTQ1 it will not be seen that you are promoting it also say even if you are obviously identify as LGBTQ, the amendment be saying you shouldn't subject the person to capital punishment. Namely, as a refer to community leader, some of these amendments are and on 2024. Now, MPP for also a proposal say, young fine shame, almost there big that. Some judges sorry I'm also baby sorry even a do baby no speaker a do baby now say or person victimize you be a person guy go into or no aka wow if you are against this thing stand up now why now be sorry say I'm against say samra we not just also say be gay and lesbian so near there wa even if now was some kakra na and I'm say ye ban open no at obi antiminka. And then he said, by principle, no, so when you say na amendments we 8 years, said the Bema Embrano every payer. Again in 2024, now MPP force will propose some of these amendments, you know. Man Jantum, how would you do so dear? That is the point. So it's not like anybody is against some of these amendments. The point is that the principle is that if you are against it in 2024, why are you for it in 2026? Because President Netesunti, here the Nikombe but I said you know Kufuado, President Kufuado Tesonede, you're teaching a minute winking. And then another minority said, no, this is bad. Principle is principle.
Now, Honorable Mami Tuasum Bissau, this particular question. Now, Oshe Biona. I know say controversy is between His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and a Speaker of Parliament. Speaker of Parliament say nanko lim say mbedi nkomo no amene do consideration stage. And era so edin nkomo say ohwe bill na ekoso na controversies wo ho until so beba na the Bema Council of State of Elders no mo etima him say ohwe na say niema nko ye obe refer back to Parliament na masan so abobo ho. I mean as an MP can you say Utien Komona, I mean, Speaker of Parliament, Adina, could it be a possibility to say Mubetimi Asanswaba, na Medi in common being concerning bill no?
The way I just tells you, say, the NDC were not ready. The majority said they were not ready. They were not ready to pass the bill on Friday. He said, among said, among for Babe, people will come into the chamber, come and propose more amendment, they will come and speak their mind. And he said, no machino, yam pass your name for your party we are, your account Casaboa, I show you, ultimate candio. And until a president Nanta who said, you were home. Because most of the things, you know, your engineers deliberating who ye. Your biggest problem this parliament has is that say you be passing mara majority ni mamu kwai minority no entimi interrogate the clauses ni won ka asem no say ene o ma dwen emfa dia o mu ntinto da ye o de o pe kanyame ni se bi onya asem o wi ase e ko twi ko bre mai ba yi nyina say de o mpe so mo ye no say ene no go in tandem a o say yes ene ye nto aba. Those in favor of clause 1 say aye. Over so we are say no again, say no. So we so no more about work. No more about work. Yeah. Just say, do baby, chamber hot na ye. Who did you say okay, pa? This is the right thing. Said the but the money or more mutual person or more, you know, or more ya, or more few, and looking on here Friday, no. It just tells you the chaos and the confusion within the NDC president and the speaker. Speaker say no, him say you don't pass it because instructions are or give way and say you fancy consideration stage. Now, so that we'll come back and do second consideration, third consideration, yeah, the Asana, a passe, a bill, but you rush it through all the consideration stages, a passe bill, not the same day. And see, Omokoroma of any day, much speaker, no. First deputy speaker, or any majority leader, I want any day, main speaker. Anything the president say, what in now say if the speaker himself, who was for this bill in 2024, now is saying himself he has to call both the minority and majority leadership to come and deliberate on the bill I pass it again now. Naturally will say
there's an honorable one cause majority leader and first deputy speaker no there was a certain agenda to make sure say omitima pass it bill nana.
No. The agenda was that they will pass the bill. I know there. But the issue is that the confusion started when Speaker said, sir, this year, I said, a president now, one sign bill, and the bill was ready, and the presidency now, 2024, no, President Kufuor unsigned. And now, President Mahama, also switching as simply to can say, bill no and drew President Kufuor, and the name the any effort. The speaker is saying that President Bill will do president or not one sign. Then the president is saying that Bill will not end do president or.
You lawyer.
Bill no and even the speaker said that the NDC forecast said Bill need the whole time. The minority leader still majority leader now. Even on Friday continue to maintain his position. He said when they passed the bill in 2024. Said the bill elapses with the life of the parliament. Majority leader said he didn't agree to that. Now President when they were saying that President Mahama Bai signed bill no, now it was right. Said President Mahama Bai bill no sign. But the speaker was saying that the bill elapses with the life of the parliament. Into a parliament bill no so that is why they needed to reintroduce the bill again to parliament for it to pass. And there's a lot of confusion between them concerning this bill because they are not principled. So that if they have principles and can be very straightforward and we will not be having this conversation.
Your
the majority they don't have principles on this LGBTQ bill.
Your honorable. As part of the minority caucus in parliament, imagine say President Ba not sign this bill not a law. Will you be in support of it?
Of course. I mean, Parliament has passed it. We will be. I'm a member of Parliament. I will be in support of it. The American said it's not like we are against it all. And then I say, let's make it clear. The minority is not against it. What we are against is the hypocrisy, the double standard of the majority, the NDC. They are against NDC for regional handle or channel regional handle. Bill now passing and then amendments be normally introduced. The same amendments been proposed in 2024. Yeah, man, here. If you see then you go to 2026 year, or move here, amendment will be shown now on top of it or Marashe. We are passing within a few hours. What idea we need to deliberate on it. Consider all options and all angles. Then you will say, yes, we have done a good job. Why rush it? The resume of parliament say need 3 weeks. Why
honorable. And open your that's a pass it me bo open no be what you din komo e wo fache TV. That's a pass what me din komo pa. Nyame nhyira abrabia obinya hu bia no ye wo ha no betimi abana ya to aso de firi ono yo enti we honorable opoku nyina ene yene no edi enkomo no na oti enkomo na honorable edi na ya say to say ono no he will be in support of the bill say era John Dramani Mahama it be pass bill na he will be in support and yes minority for no omo enye in support of this bill. But then there has been some sort of hypocrisy among the majority side because when they were in power in 2024, the same amendments, I know more preachy, senka or more amended some of the clauses in the bill, no, omo majority for then times no more minority no omo amfo so am omo anye se adwumedie no nti e ba ne sen e na mo de e na ye di hu nkomo no betimi aroshe amya pass bill no e parliament within that time ano mo di hu nkomo no even speaker of parliament Krampo edi nkomo say ono no or a surprise kakra because he wanted it to be at the consideration stage. Also mo de it's not said they are against the bill but then they are actually exposing some sort of hypocrisy and then maybe a course within the majority side when they were passing this particular bill or parliament. It's a home komo and a Kwabri East MP Inyano on ED in Komo Anope or Fache TV Daybreak morning show ED in Komo. Dog.
Yeah.
Yento in Komo.
Yeah, and I think he has said it all. And right from the beginning, Maker said there was no Ghanaian Obeka said Otiawe. And from their MP they catch and say what is happening now is the usual politics around that they do in Parliament. There's nothing new.
All right.
Because the way the minority want the bill, and one of my personal, which in the communication, the almost person and case say, you know, the only concern is say in the last Parliament, NDC forecast say, yeah, Mamma Kwama money, yes, amendment, na NDC for Baby, that's the only concern. So it tells you say, in each state now, both parties know say this is the best way to go. But the only thing they say it never happened at my time. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Anya me breso in a sa no bill no ayet dia peno. Na ko you be breso.
Yeah.
That is ni nyina say me breso am kwan ma anya. And the one so breso me ma kwan ma wonye eno no. That is the only thing. In the issue of when is the usual politics. Yeah, we Ghana ha. So one man kwama ma anya dia. Me ma kwama wonye asa.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, so
that is the only thing.
Politicians.
For which it's unfortunate say you be running on my sake. Say obi abreso na enya. Odu abreso so a. Say your papo enye papo it should go the other way. I think in Ghana we should grow beyond this.
Okay.
Yakoye name 69 years idea. Yakoye name aborosa. Yenhwe ade ebe boa of mine. Into quickly the communication should have been said. Say na na ke ye pe no. Ina mama ye kwa me anye. Into wo de samaye ne saa. But to come to rubbish to tell man Ghana for nyina dwen ekoye sake. The bill in this state no enye papa kora no is a different story. Because what the MP ni kan ya the omo person can say bill na ye no and no one is see omaye the only concern is say omo ka san komo ye ne saa no and this fa mom kwa mom anya ne saa in this fa be ye ne saa de a and no so mo ntia ase in fact is something unfortunate in kofa ye to abama omo ne de esikatu ya omo ka so omo nkwadwene ye ho enye de be boa ye will go there it tells you say they are not there, say the Ebebuai. You check. Bill Ben ya pass or parliament and one massam, e-levy. You say a small girl. You check. Into any idea you be saying, you're not breast dear.
Yeah.
And so put here. In fact, you say, Ebu or Maya.
In ye.
You best not IMF.
Ada income, Adan, non command nanos ne dipano, a road transport operators in Koma, nano payedi. Na dog, minimum nkomo we nra oteye concerning GPRTU nkomo ebae because of say almost say 20% no more transportation first on. But then and then anope nkomo na ba say enye sana na nkomo na tie 20% no na enye sana na tie. Nti ye ignore nkomo bia ekoso ewa bonten. Ma menko na membo transport minister nkomo encho na nso tie bi na ye ba e nkomo no ahia so de free.
Any agreement between the Ministry of Transport and the unions on any transport fare increase. We know they have brought in proposals, but till we are done negotiating with them, there's no one party that can increase fares in this country. So I am appealing to those who put it up that we do not take only one side of it to increase fares. We do do it collectively. There's already an arrangement with the Ministry of Transport and all transport unions that before you can increase transport fares, it should be negotiated for. Before you can reduce transport fares, it should be negotiated for. And so we had a lot of conversation throughout this week on such issues. Sometimes I find it difficult to come out, especially when you are dealing with unions. After when you have 1, 2, 3 meetings and it's not concluded, and you want to come out as the sector minister, sometimes it will lead to some loss of interest or confidence in you. But I can tell all Ghanaians that we are yet talking with all the transport unions, and we have not agreed on any increment for now. They should be patient, and we are working with the transport unions. I've had conversation this morning with them, even though we're having this event. We were very observant at the point you see me going up the phone, they are calling, and then we are still talking. There's not any agreement for now.
And see, Honorable Bukari Nipe and our Oten in Kano, or say there hasn't been any meeting with the GPRTU. I was say Omotia say na Omutum de 20%. So until say meeting no ebitimi ako ewiyeno and na Omo Transport Ministry and the GPRTU for ebitimi ajiatum. But anopanano ye krate bi e de trail concerning in common yedino. Na me pese yede krata no ebeto so e de ama. So we if road transport operators asoye and omodiaba almost a press release disregard the purported 20% upward adjustment in public transport fares. Now, making kind year pan the amount, or say the attention of the executives of the road transport operators has been drawn to media publication of a purported 20% upward adjustment in public transport fares, effective 2nd June 2026. We wish to inform general public that the executive of road transport operators have not engaged the ministry in any transport fare upward adjustment. The decision by the supposed group is illegal as it has not gone through the fare adjustment protocol and procedure agreed between the Ministry of Transport and road transport operators. Inti we a letter road transport operators no itimi at the babonting nanwada omudin community mu se otin komobi ewa bonting. And as I say, Ubi Utina came as Ubi catch us a year to car by 20%. And yes, sanity, Omni Road Transport Ministry, no, and Nasi Indian Komubia, Emomunjin Tumu, Emma the supposed 20%, no, or Monfa and Mekao, it's no one say Ubia Ejitum, and Yen disregarded this report, no, as fake. A home como, a letter, tin more, letting me akin kind or funny baby at the amount. But then, Mamimbra dog what nearly a home como. Emfa and share assay. Now, dog, what check letter ya about bunting with the transport, operators or letter about bunting together with the Ministry of Transport. Can you say they are under pressure to actually do things like this? Because as we speak, petrol bo ekosro. And I'm afraid Canada drivers needing come. Say petrol bo no kwan ekosro, diesel no motor no, and no more cotton diesel no bo wasro. Edu tamakro NPA boss. Ebe din komo ka che se ntokwana ekoso ewo Israel no omo reserved oil ebetimi aboa kita e de amaya for some period of months, but then akwa produce them say oil no you use one manasa it definitely the ewo no there was set price no issue to e de cost. Don't you think say na pressure na ban GPRTU so together with the ministry sa nkomo we itimi ban from him?
Okay, currently from May to early June, there has been an increase of 4.1% in fuel prices.
Okay.
From early 2026 year, BC June year in total now, there has been a 52% increase because for 10 cities, even 9.99, about 15.2 as at now. Utifuma divided by the base, about 52%. And until it also say, we share the price increase in a idea, it warrants an increase.
Okay.
Let's be honest. Through a year, Toby, from the last time we increased fare. From that time, any the prices, maybe a fuel price we do this time now, 52% increase in fuel price from early 2026 to this time. But the issue, NSA, Tanya Wakano, it's a political game. Increasing fare goes against the government. Until they all have to come in, then they negotiate it. We in China. And the policies being put near the suppress the control transport fares in Ghana.
Okay.
Trust me, Emma out of crowd, some people have started increasing their prices. When I say even Kumasi, you won't call for Munutra price aboard. We do a trotro, we do what? I do, the event to be your can one.
Omo Piano.
Omo Piano. I do, Onyaka, no, we shouldn't in the price of the TV and knowledge.
Or no, when you meeting so, or no trouble.
Or no be trouble. A year, Buaka, a band to 15 cities, and no one near them. There are areas, as on a pub, as no reabo, you do a numerous one as on a book. And generally, publicly, now because say be a sack, GPR price increase in MIA. But we because some areas and on one an area in the western almost say a quite say into Mankasa atom. Until the instances they don't wait for GPL to increase price before they do. Or Mankasa help or more cars in the state room. No more trouble. Or share a quine or a share the car no in the car no I quite now. Yatum near the Nessa near the co. And until controlling prices, transport fares in Ghana is a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe there's maybe the well organized, the formal one, maybe a VIPs and side institutions, they're fine. But about more tram work, one trotro no tram. Now for a doom and I will call a take. Would you say a 5 cities? No catch and say there been a media 3 cities. Or back to say a buying and to a car money. And into doing this, BBB Ebema and Crawford and Casa album which say be increase prices, we should look at it. In fact, the transport won't come mobile. The reason is that the government don't control transport in Ghana. Are buying cars the door sign in a area days, social distances. We don't have them. Into Nipa Wakotone a car no or fuel price a wabonting. Now or shop now or no Casaman hobo. And it's a catcher once about Quackers, a better say no. And one try to be a do and one or begging. And until yes, a man out today. The only thing that I'm saying is that we should see how we should control the way prices are cost. Fuel price can be and until once a fuel price are cost no, you give room for people to say we want to. The only thing that is happening is that the government is only the government that's suppressing them. Which our man can start there, they will increase prices. Because if they check price, fuel price across now, then it tells us that they have to. And until no, your best the only thing that can guarantee when they say the increase in fuel prices. We were assured. Na Okani na Kosia. I think yesterday I listened to the president talk as the empower talk. As the ye Baba refine your oil, no. How many years in? How come? And into what drink Ghana who are new besides what then what do we need? Anka Ghana Ubiku baby, yes, say fuel price across. When extraction, sometimes it's so sad because say we've not gotten leaders that they are thinking say they want to make Ghana what it's supposed to be. That's the only thing. And if fuel price, for me, I will not be surprised. The price because I will not be surprised.
You will not be surprised.
No, I will not be surprised.
Now, say a bus prices air cost. Why not what the final authority to announce transportation fares?
Oh, say air negotiation. They say a buying and casano and run transport into then the government, the transport ministry, the private sectors now they sit down negotiation. Then they agree. Say okay, say near continue. We can money say because it's just like this MTN for levium cars from the buyer now, then the state will have to come in.
No.
Because those say are a private entity, but no crowd so no mere customers, and they are there to safeguard in crowd. You know, they have to meet with the private entities. Our more run the transport and they say, okay, more person to oh there be price then say then they agree. Then they give it to their private people. So okay, say yajiatum until you can go ahead and announce the new price. Then it takes off.
All right. Mami announce my phone lines now also friend na bre movie na share wadring efafa nkoma and nano pay etimi ediegu apano so edi amano friend e was 020-633-4646 and that's 020-633-4747 obetimi afre now so no oni edi nkomo but and then no me person me busa say ufi eko adwuma o fa wo car edi akoba bibia na wo kono wo mate no sikasan e na oji obi kan ho anase otimi when Timmy and GB come. I'm calling one so na comfort ending come. Comfort, good morning. Hello, Comfort, good morning. When Timmy in so I'm fine my mommy announce my phone lines be 020-633-4646 and that's it 020-633-4747 obetimi afre na onso so no woni ya che wadwen che no ewo ahanom. Hello, me say ahoma no mo ai bibia wo but dog yendi nkomo we enti na wodi nkomo no say na collaboration betimi aba from GPRTU and the Ministry of Transport no me no announce so I mean
yeah, so based on what they agreed on then it takes off.
Now what about nkrofo na edo nyumra mo prices esesa no irrespective of say fuel prices year 2 and I say a sorte omo de anopa no so beji 6 cities a enumre or beji 10 cities or beji 12 cities. What should we do to them concerning these drivers no? Because to me ya na ahomete them because anopa na mafa o trotro dia ba adwuma na enumre me fa same trotro no ya kwa was only me 6 cities no beji me 10 Ghana cities. Such drivers no enye krono bo no mo bo citizens no dia na yenye enfamo.
It's issues of transport a bit now who will watch them? Why? Original or wapai 10 cities over for a jai. It takes me now to do this fight. Would Jama any institution be here? I don't see how workable it will be. The only thing you can do is to go and report. Say drive away, or say watum. But now enemy, you say you're on forward. But the issue is the state don't operate transport.
That's
what prevents the state coming in with transport? Because when there's no alternative, we say it's a simple demand and supply issue.
Yeah.
It's a simple market structures na Juma.
Yeah.
When the demand so exceed the supply, uchu mutai ebon de bekoso. Won furajai. Na wakwa kojina yemfa say sofo line. We jina ho ano nwumre be 7 9 pm unya account code. Obi aba no so do odo ko abu akwa no beju 15 cities na won furajina ho.
And who say sometimes no, yen so yeka ho be say na wodi nkomi. Obi the car baby so 10 cities. Me from. But obi the break be kwa akotene.
That's the point. Open time.
Instead of the person to realize the kind of extortion they also no are fighting for Sanyama no or dimri ka be kwa akotene. I mean
I was kwa akotene so unkwa jai. Ebe ye mam wetu akọ. Nti the only thing that the state can do, they say we should have an alternative.
Which is bringing
in state-owned transport. I hear this. I hear short be.
But you crowd for now so continue almost say a check. You see quans for a check. Now the bus is a buy a dog. O check the call. Name Satanami or Atunsu.
Okay.
Fabas no yet timwa. Na omanfo di na bus you fry check. The change na kwanso dodo. You did traffic mododo on fast short way. But meanwhile, I don't know you affordable and could be a bit me afibi. But young crowd for now so the sans work can once them. He really has a father Trotsky.
Enti a business we had to go into this with business mindset. Say yes, so now a Benz bus, 32 seater, nay baby, and never a day.
Dog, my saba who be na any mamba a homano so afraid free do I am contact. Any good morning. Hello, Anima, good morning. Hello, Anima, good morning.
Hello.
Bacho, good morning. Oh. Network, you know, and indeed, you know, pay cry. But then, dog, more message be WhatsApp at the mouth. We say, good morning. I love your guest today. Very, very, very smart and intellectual. God bless him for enlightening us this morning. Meaning say, anima I ready? Ewa human so anke ni di nkomo kakra. Okay, anima human no I be all. Into dog na udi nkomo.
Yeah, until now me ye and I hear baby a transport system aqua do this time. The state, if the state want to come in, they also need to be smart. See, obi apentem, and we are the day. And until Benz bus and after 32 seater, and now we don't see them again. See, no, even long distances, you see 2M Express, and small cars, and that is and only the uncle for a prefer. If the state want to come, and that's to confirm Metro Mass, but see what said. Me call a doom and I say me fi sofo line me call a buakwa me first sofo a Metro Mass I find the per 60 na edu kwa da so as the hospital agina otwamu na otela a year on wagina then a be man so it will not motivate people to do. And until let's look at what the people are interested. I'm not sure the state it is so much expensive for the state to go in for minibuses, small ones to say the government should be able to compete with the market which is available. Intisa what prevents the state from also getting this one? Nanka this bus is any long distance journey. Intanka will do so for a ban so I want 3 seats. Dear what he said over here. A ban edge board now SSA original.
Of course. Mabiko Facebook na me reading messages ne kakra and so on. We free Isaac Ayaba or say original Isaac Ayaba watch you live from Kase. Ghana is on the right path and that is the only thing NPP hates. They only want the downfall of this country, but NDC will surely build the Ghana we all want. Greetings to Professor Joshua Alabi, Isham Al-Hassan, Emmanuel Reagan, Fenn, and Daniel Ba Echamfo, Ena Ono, and so Ediaba, into Isaac Ayaba, also a messenger, also so Edi Aba Ewo Ahanomo Enono. But the dog will last remarks now. Okay,
inti yeka 2 issues no nina abon with issues of transport. Any building no. The sole mandate of every government is to make the life of the people better.
Okay.
In all forms. And until say bill ne wo pass you say a transport issue, you think in the spirit of the people that gave you the power. And until we were parliament now we pass a bill. Drain the ever boa wo man for no ho. Drain the ever man for no ho at all. And that is what every government needs to do. But Ekoye said they are all drain one kasa wo ho. Then you are being the service to the people that gave you the power. And that shouldn't be. You happy in that the people, the employee is much better than the employer.
Wow.
And that shouldn't be the case.
Dog work as a last quote to me try the IMD.
That's it.
We try.
That shouldn't be the case. And until this bill has been passed as it stands now. For me, we should put all politics aside. Think Ghanaian and let's see what will help Ghana move forward in all aspects of the ABA.
All right. Enti anope maminda obi bia say a free nonsia ebepem say nondu abono wetimi ajibre aheyen. Now so what they were doing for all sectors of our show, both Facebook, WhatsApp, and also phoning in to actually have a discussion with us. Maminda obi bia say wetimi ajibre no aheyen. We didn't the coffee frame pon and then metnemo edema ofa Kojo Marfo bibi ntino no hododo no kakra nyame bo ochina de obetima ba be kanyensa na nyama nyina akoyi oti efia twumu aka nka sanso na ote Dr. Abraham Jemfi nka sanso so na ote honorable unyina nka, that's the Kwabri East MP. Sounds now ote lawyer Bedi Akon nka ewo ye show no so Kojo Wusu ewo executive producer Oboaye Emaniema ko ye pa edema sounds na junior ene Christabel mu nyina we show mo bo ama niema nyina ko ye nyame bo ochina fachi Daybreak morning show no ebetimi edi abrew ama bibie timi akoye. For now dear, bye.
Daybreak was brought to you by Millennium Constructions, Bison Imperial and Logistics.